Valley Eagles here on CNET. Hello everybody and thank you for tuning in today. Preston Shoemaker joined alongside by Jake Starr. Now Jake, not only does the field look different because of the renovations, but here in 2020 and COVID-19, everything looks different. We're masked up here on the press box. The fans that are here in person also masked up, socially distant. COVID-19 continues to have an impact on the high school football season.
Oh, without a doubt. I think before we even start, you mentioned the new field here, Memorial Field, first year in the newly renovated stadium. Absolutely gorgeous stadium. State High, they were extremely excited to get the opportunity to play in this brand new stadium. And then you talk about the COVID precautions. Got to give both schools a lot of credit. The fans masked up, socially distanced, everybody up here masked up, doing our part to slow the spread. And 2020 is a different year. But without a doubt, just really excited to have the opportunity to be out here tonight and watch a football game. And
of course, longly waited for this State College team to return back here to Memorial Field. The season was delayed, but they're back here tonight. They started out they lost their first game last week. They're 0-1 coming into tonight. What do you see from this State College team that they're going to have to put together tonight?
Well, the key last week, and the reason why they really couldn't control the game, was their rushing defense was just really bad. They gave up over 300 yards on the ground, and that's going to have to be better tonight because ultimately, when you can't control the rushing game, you can't control the clock. And when you see teams getting blown out, that's usually what it comes down to. So that defensive front for State High, Preston, is really going to have to do a much better job controlling the run and keeping Cumberland Valley stifled off the ground.
We'll see what head coach Matt Lintel's defense can do for State College. Now let's flip the script. Look at the Cumberland Valley Eagles, 1-1 coming into tonight's contest, but a whole new offense this season with first-year head coach Josh Oswald.
Absolutely. Last year they're more of a wing tee, run-heavy offense, kind of the old-school style of football. But this year Oswald comes in, incorporates a spread offense. Preston, we were watching them down on the field pregame, and they were 3-4 receivers, spreading them out, shotgun handoff, zone reads, all that fun stuff. So if you're a Cumberland Valley fan, it's a completely different offense than what you're used to.
Setting up to be a great night tonight in State College. The air is cool, there's players on the field, and football has returned to Memorial Field. We'll return after this quick break, just about 7 minutes until kickoff here, but until then, you're watching State College football here on CNET. is away, and we are underway as State College will take it on the far side. Coming up middle of the field, catching a couple blocks and making his way to the 35-yard line. It's where State College will set up shop. About a 25-yard return for Nehemiah Howe.
Yeah, Howe had a nice hold there, Preston, kind of hit it quickly. Cumberland Valley able to close that quickly, make a tackle, but still pretty good field position to get this one started.
Trotting out on the field, senior quarterback and captain Conrad Moore. He's going to settle in for the State College offense. Shotgun snap, he'll take it, gives it right away, actually keeps it himself right up the middle, and he's got room, no one in front of him, crossing the 20, and he's going to take it all the way in for the touchdown. Conrad Moore, you saw it last week, he does it again with his legs, all the way for the score. State College, 6-0.
66-yard touchdown. What a run right there. Preston, they even fooled you. They ran the read option right there. It was taken right up the middle by Conrad Moore, and he said, bye, no more of this. And he took it all the way to the house, 18 seconds in. What a start.
That's the start that Matt Lintel's offense was looking for. Now coming out for the extra point attempt, Aiden Spittler gets that one up and through. 7-0 right off the bat. State College gets it going. Jake, let's take another look back at that play. 66 yards. Conrad Moore, like you said, just the option fake. He saw the hole and he took advantage. Last week it was an 88-yard rushing touchdown, one of two scores that they had against Central Dauphin. Getting going right off the bat with the legs once again.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at a read option, Preston, there's a couple different ways you can run it. That play specifically, where Moore takes it right up the middle, he's looking at the linebackers. They're faking the sweep to the outside. He watches the linebacker split, sees that hole, takes it himself, and he takes it 66 yards for a touchdown. Preston, obviously, you see the linebacker stay, he gives it off to the running back there on the sweep. But Moore with the correct read, and you saw the result there.
This is a Cumberland Valley team, 1-1 on the season. They picked up a 7-6 win last week against Central Dauphin East. Low-scoring affair. The defense did their job that week, but we'll yet to be seen what they'll do tonight. 11:42 in the first quarter, 7-0 State College. And Spittler's ready to send this one away.
Feel the energy here. 18 seconds in, that's the kind of start you wanted. Home opener, first game back to Memorial Field, and you got the crowd buzzing and the sidelines buzzing right now for State High.
Spittler back, ready to send it away, and he's got it end over end. On the far side, a little trouble receiving it. That one's going to go into the end zone, and they're going to call it the touchback. Bring it out 11:41. Again, 7-0 as we get our first glimpse at the Cumberland Valley offense. Jake, you mentioned at the top of the broadcast that a whole new look of offense they're bringing out this year.
Yeah, absolutely. As we said, Oswald in his first year as coach, first of all, congratulations to him. Had twin kids today, so he's not here tonight, but I'm sure he's at home watching this game, but send our congrats to him. But no, it's a spread offense. They're going to go fast-paced. They're going to try to get the ball downfield quickly, a lot different than the wishbone offense they ran previously before Oswald's arrival.
Isaac Sines takes the first snap, and he's going to keep it himself, pushing now near side and tackled for a slight gain, maybe a yard if any. A big play there on the defensive side of the ball. That's Carson Franks for the Little Lions.
They're just trying to look for some sort of a hole there. Couldn't really get anything. Tried to create it on his own. Got two, but nothing much more there.
Valley coming out, three wide receivers to the left. 11 minutes, 8 seconds, Sines takes a snap. Looking in the air, right side, he's got it on the flat. Tripped up, and a couple of State College Little Lions there to bring him down as Troy Collard drills that one in. It'll be 3rd and about 1. Call it 3rd and 1 for this Eagles offense.
That's a nice play right there. Got it to Collard, had the two receivers next to him kind of push downfield, create some space. Got 3rd and 1 now, so we'll see what Cumberland Valley does here on 3rd and short. A lot of options.
We knew that they'd like to work fast right off the bat. There's the snap, Sines taking pass and pressure. He airs it out near side deep and just outside of the reach of Griffin Huffman could not reel that one in, and a 3-and-out to open up the series for Cumberland Valley.
Yeah, he was looking for Huffman deep downfield. Really nice play there. Broken up by, it looked like Leo Vandervoort. Really tight coverage, kind of had to be a perfect throw. It was a little bit long, and State High forces a 3-and-out after a one-play touchdown, so got to be feeling good about themselves right now.
Punt formation for the Eagles. 2 men back for State College. That is Green and Howell. They're going to handle the return duties for the Little Lions tonight. Back and now end-over-end punt coming down. This one's going to kick up. State College going to let this one settle in, and it'll be down at about the 32-yard line, and that's where State College will take over. When we come back from this break, 10 minutes and 20 seconds in the first quarter, 7-0 State College. They'll have the ball on the other side. You're watching State College football on CNET. Conrad Moore comes back out for his second possession, second snap of the game. He's back in the shotgun once again. This time gives it off. Coming across near side and tripped up right at the line of scrimmage, Drazen Green taking the carry there.
That's a nice play there by Cumberland Valley. Saka was in there on the tackle. It's a great job kind of swarming to the running back, knocking him down, actually losing a yard. It's going to be 2nd and 11.
Mentioned it there, Jake. Loss of 1, 2nd and 11. Now lining up 2 tight ends off to the right side. A wide receiver at the top. There's the snap. A little bit of trickery, and the ball's on the ground. Picked back up. Now pushing forward, just trying to make something out of it. There is Sam Knipe, senior captain. Had a little trouble with the trickery, but State College is able to get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and 12.
Yeah, they tried to go with a quick reverse behind the line of scrimmage. Couldn't get anything going there, and now it's 3rd and long after that broken play.
We'll see what Moore can do. Probably looking in the air here, is yet to air one out yet tonight. 8 of 17 last week, and there's some movement on the line, and there's the flag. And that's one way that potentially, as they get the offsides, there it is. One way to take a 3rd and long and make it a little more manageable, Jake.
I mean, Preston, that opens up probably half the playbook right there. 3rd and long, you're not looking at much. Maybe you put your shot downfield, but you're probably looking more about a screen, a quick throw. Now it's 3rd and 7. You can go deeper into the playbook, look at a lot of medium pass concepts and try to get something here that gets 9-10 yards.
No huddle once again. Moore in the shotgun. He's got motion from Knipe. Takes the snap now quick near side. He's got Green pushing forward, and he's going to get himself a 1st down at the 45-yard line.
Driven out of bounds there by Signs, the quarterback/cornerback, doing it all for Cumberland Valley. But no, as I said, a nice quick pitch and catch. That's not a play, Preston, you're running on 3rd and 12. You get those extra 5 yards, and you're able to pull that one out of the playbook.
No huddle once again. Moore once again in the shotgun. Takes the snap, hands off to Green once again, and he's going to be tripped up behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of a yard. That's Drazen Green, his brother, Jashawn Green, making the prior catch. You got the brothers on offense doing it all. The Green brothers are going to be a big key for State College tonight.
No, absolutely, Preston. You got Jashawn Green and you got Drazen Green, and they're both going to make an impact. You saw them both in pregame warm-ups. They both look ready to go, and we'll see what kind of impact they have tonight.
Green lining up on the right side of Moore in the shotgun, takes the snap, now hands it off to Green. He's going to try to push on the near side. He's forced right out of bounds at the line of scrimmage for no gain, and it's going to be a 3rd and 10 situation.
You got to give Cumberland Valley credit, Preston. After that first play of the game, their run defense has really stifled State High. Now you're looking at, what's it, a 3rd and 11, 3rd and 10. So we'll see what kind of pass play State High can pull out of the playbook. Interesting to see. Maybe they go with a screen here, something quick, try to get some blockers downfield and try to create something after the catch.
I gave him a gain of 1 on the play, 3rd and 10. Now here's Moore looking across, pass tipped up in the air and falling incomplete. That one through the hands of Sam Knipe, and almost a danger, but it falls down to the turf, and it's 4th down.
Yeah, Knipe ran about a little 5-yard stick route, kind of ran 5 yards, sat, turned, and pass was a little bit high from Moore and couldn't haul that one in. They're lucky that one didn't get picked because it did sit up there in the air for a while.
Punt formation now for the Little Lions. 8 minutes and 30 seconds here in the first quarter. 7-0 State College, and it's going to roll around. Almost thought about taking off, instead he kicks it away. They're going to let this one settle in. It's going to be down at the 18-yard line, and that's where Cumberland Valley will take over.
saw Max Welkin coming off the edge there, got towards the punter, gave him second thoughts, had to get out of the way of Wilkin and then get that one off. Good job there to still get the punt off and pin Cumberland Valley pretty deep. They're behind their own 20.
Wilkin, the junior linebacker, bringing some experience for this Cumberland Valley team, and you see the offense coming back out now onto the field. Both teams liking to work quick, as we see here early, 8:21 in the first quarter, already 7-0 State College. Big thanks to the 66-yard run by Conrad Moore. Now have Signs setting up in the shotgun. He's got Walker behind him. Now he gives it to him. Walker stuffed right at the line of scrimmage, can't get anywhere. That State College defense stifles the ball, and it's going to be a loss of 1 going to second down.
We talked about at the top of the broadcast, Preston, the key for State High tonight is going to be to find a way to slow down the run. And so far tonight, they've done a really good job. The key is you got to keep Cumberland Valley behind the chains, not let them control the possessions, and force them into 3rd and long situations.
2nd and 10, 7 minutes, 50 seconds in the first quarter. Takes a snap, Signs working on the right side, and he's going to be tripped up in the backfield once again. State College coming through big on that one. It's going to be another loss, and we're looking at 3rd and long once again.
What an excellent stop there by State High. That's the safety, Carson Franks, dropping down into the box, coming off the left edge and making a great tackle in open field. And we talked about those 3rd and longs. Here it is right now. Not a lot of plays you can pull out of the playbook right now if you're Cumberland Valley.
3 receivers to his left. Signs takes the shotgun snap, looking to throw. Now a little bit of pressure. He's forced to rush forward, and he's going to be taken down at the line of scrimmage. And that's going to force another 3 and out for this Eagles offense.
Kyle Kurzinger, the junior on the sack, had 3 tackles last week. Gets a sack right there, and we said, 3rd and long, you got to wait for routes to develop downfield. It's tough at this level, and you have the quarterback Signs sitting back there all day, and he ends up getting sacked.
6 minutes, 48 seconds here in the first quarter. Here's the punt now from Cumberland Valley. End over end, bouncing at about the 45, and it's going to be scooped up last second. A little bit of blocking help, but brought down immediately. That's Nehemiah Howell trying to make something out of that one instead of letting it go. Maybe saved a little bit of yards on the roll, but didn't make much out of it as he was hit pretty much immediately.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough when you get those punts that bounce short because you're kind of in a position where do you want to let it keep rolling, perhaps lose 10 yards or risk picking it up. When you do that risk, there's a lot of things that could come right there, especially a fumble, and they're lucky that nothing happened. But State High, they're winning the field possession battle right now. They're on the plus side of the field, and even if they don't get anything going here, they can still pin Cumberland Valley deep. They have the Eagles exactly where they want them.
46-yard line of the Eagles. State College getting a great start on this drive for field position. 7-0, 6 minutes and 33 seconds. Conrad Moore setting up his offense now. It'll be Drazen Green lining up to his left, awaiting now as the officials will be coming in. Needing to get set in position here.
Looked like the State High coaching staff, not sure what it was exactly, but they were unhappy about something on that punt return. Not sure if it was their player picking up the ball or if it was an official's call. Not sure what that was, but there's a conversation now going on with State High quarterback right now. Or that looks like it's Knipe down there actually talking.
Yeah, that's Matt Lintel talking with Knipe. Knipe lining up in the tight end, the senior captain. He'll bring the play call back across, and the little lines will be ready to go. Lining up in the shotgun is Moore. Gives off to Green, and immediately met in the backfield for a loss of 3, maybe more, brought down by a swarm of Eagles.
Luke Wellman and Dawson Bowden shots, both in there on the tackle, and they're swarming the State High running backs. Outside of that first play of the game, Preston, neither team has been able to get anything going on the ground.
Loss of 1, 2nd and 11. 6 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock. Still 7-0 Little Lions. Moore takes the snap. Another option. Tries to go up the middle. This time the hole not quite as big as what he saw earlier in the night. He'll get himself about a gain of 4, setting up for a 3rd and 9.
Last time they have 3rd and medium, we saw a quick hitch down towards the near sideline. Be interesting to see if they run a similar play like that again. They're on the near hash. They have a receiver split out wide. That's Green. We'll see if they go back to him here.
3rd and 8. Moore takes the snap, looking for a pass, thrown right into the middle and nearly picked off by Michael Carr, defensive tackle. Man, that one was right in his hands, just could not reel it in.
They brought the blitz there. They got Moore under pressure, was trying to squeeze a throw off his back foot over the middle, but nothing was there, and he's really lucky that one wasn't picked off because we talked about that field possession battle. That would have flipped the script in Cumberland Valley's favor. And now State High has an opportunity to punt, try to pin them deep, force another 3 and out, and get the ball back in plus territory.
Well, you mentioned the field position. For a second there, it looked like they might have gone for it, but punt team out, they want to swing the field, and there's the snap back. Get it kicked up in the air. Deep punt, this one coming down, going out of bounds at about, see where they mark it, looks like the 9 or 10. They're going to keep pushing forward to the 12-yard line. But there it is, field position. Instead of giving that ball up at midfield, they pin them down deep at the 12 and send the defense back out there, who's got 2 3 and outs under their belt so far tonight.
Absolutely. Now let's go back to that punt real quick. Pretty good punt, got it end over end, got a lot of backspin on that one. If he could have placed that in bounds, maybe get some backspin, get that at maybe the 4 or 5 yard line. But settling for the 13-yard line against an offense that hasn't really moved the ball that well tonight, nothing wrong with that. If you're State High, same thing. Pin those ears back, maintain those gaps, get to the running back, and force Cumberland Valley into 3rd and longs again. We'll see what they can do.
Walker lining up behind Signs in the shotgun. 3 receivers to his left, and he'll give it to Walker. Drives himself forward for about a gain of a yard, setting up a 2nd and 9. 5:23 in the first quarter.
Obviously, you see some kind of like semi-huddle right now. The quarterback, O-lineman, running backs, the receivers split out wide, getting signs from the sideline, quarterback giving the rest of the team. So not a full hurry up, but some semblance of a hurry up. They're still going to snap it with about 15 on the play clock.
Just under 5 minutes to play now. Is coming across in motion is Shawley. Driving it right up the middle and finding a hole is Walker. He's got himself outside. Blockers in front, crossing across the 35-yard line, brought down at the 36 for a first down on the Eagles.
Preston, I talked literally 2 plays ago about maintaining those gaps if you're a defensive lineman. 2 players left side of the State High line, both overcommitted right there, creating that hole and allowed for the big run by Cumberland Valley.
First down of the night for this Eagles offense. They make themselves out to the 37-yard line, 1st and 10. 4:38 remaining in the first quarter. Signs takes the shotgun snap. Looking down on the flap, throws behind Sauve. That's Derek Sauve. Another set of brothers on that one. Derek and Alex both playing on this offense, but throws behind there, almost dangerous. The State College defense was looking for a chance at a pick.
You saw the safety, Sammy Snipe, coming in there trying to snipe that one out of midair, and if he catches that one, he's taking that one back to the house. Cumberland Valley and Signs caught a big break right there.
2nd and 10 now, 4:33. Handoff goes to Walker. He pushes himself forward, and he's going to set up a close one on 3rd down, diving to about the 46-yard line.
On this drive, Preston, Cumberland Valley, that O-line, they're really starting to get their feet under them. They're really starting to push that State High defensive line backwards, and you're seeing the results right now.
You see it with Walker on those last few possessions, last few plays, excuse me, as he's driving forward. A 3rd and 1 here. They're going to line up in the shotgun. See if they try to pound that up the middle once again. 4 minutes remaining in this first quarter. They pitch it out left to Walker, and he's met hard and knocked out of bounds. No gain. Defense comes up strong, and it's going to be 4th and short.
Preston, I don't love that play call. You're having success on this drive, pounding the rock up the middle. Why change and flip it to the outside? That's a lot more ground you got to make. The shortest distance you need to go is straight up the middle, where you've had success on this drive. Now you stall the drive because you tried to get cute with things, and we'll see if it comes to the backfire for them.
Number 12, Patty Hernjack out to punt now. Punt formation for the Eagles. Thought about it again. Another 4th and short, but again, you're going to see they're going to up to try to swing the field.
I mean, if it's 4th and 1, maybe, but 4th and 3 on its own side of the field. Can't go for it this early.
Punt end over end coming down now and clearing out. They're going to let that one bounce back. A nice bounce for the Eagles. That one will be down at about the 8-yard line. Once again, you're going to see tough field position as State College comes out.
Yeah, Cumberland Valley, great job on that last drive, flipping the field. Great spiral punt right there by the punter, and obviously State High let it go. Looks like it might not have been the best decision right there, as they're going to be on its own 7 as the first quarter begins to wind down.
We'll see what this offense can do for State High. Other than that first possession, that wide open hole up the middle for Conrad Moore. Haven't really seen anything yet, Jake, from this offense. trying to get no huddle, but kind of stalling out at midfield. Now back at the 7. Let's see what they can set up.
And outside of one explosive play for State High and maybe 2 10-yard gains for Cumberland Valley, it's been pretty quiet offensively for both teams.
Moore in the shotgun. He's going to roll out with a bootleg pass, and he's going to find his man, bringing down at the 20-yard line. That's TJ Yoder coming out of the slot. He connected for a touchdown last week. Finds him again. First down right off the bat for State College.
One of the things we came into this night expecting to see for State High was a lot of those bootleg passes. They really like to get more out of the pocket, roll them out, and you saw what happened right there.
No huddle catches him off guard, but another fumble. Mishandling of the handoff as Moore was trying to get that one to Howell. They'll fall on top of it. Loss of about 4 yards. 2nd and 14 setting up.
1 step forward, 2 steps back. State High's done that a couple of times tonight. Gotta clean up those mistakes.
It's a loss of 8 yards on the play. 2nd and 18, 3 minutes and 11 seconds. Still 7-0 State College here in the first quarter. Moore changing the play. Now stepping back. He's got a man to his right. Takes the snap. Immediately shoots right to Green on the near sideline. Pushing for yardage. He'll get back to the 20. And that'll set up a 3rd and about 5.
Yeah, it looks like they love that play, Preston. They love that drop back, have Green, quick hitch, throw it to him. Obviously now you're looking at a 3rd and 10. You're going to need to have something a little bit further downfield.
Quick setup and a drop back. Green once again, and just a little miscommunication there as Moore leads him out a little too far. That's going to be, I believe, 4th down and another turnover for State College.
State High wants a flag, not sure for what, but back to that play, Preston. That's just a miscommunication between Moore and Green, and that just comes down to lack of reps. You know, Moore's looking, he wants him closer to the sideline. Green kind of turned and sat right as he turns. That's one of those things you practice more, you get later in the season, you get more familiarity with one another. And as we know, this is Moore's first season as a starting quarterback, so still some things to work out.
Knipe back for the punt. Sends it up with the left foot. Out midfield, fair catch called for, and the ball's loose. Falling on top by State College. And we'll see which way they send this. They're going to say State College ball. Tough one there as Carson Franks is going to fall on it for State College. It was Griffin Huffman who called for the fair catch at about midfield, couldn't bring it in, and that's a way to swing the tide if you're State College. 2:46 in the first quarter. You're going to get the ball right back on the Eagles' 49-yard line.
It's early in the season, probably haven't hit a lot in practice so far. You hear those footsteps in the back of your head, Preston, and you get a little shaky with your hands, and you see that, and Frank's great job falling on top of that ball. Now State High's got great field position.
Moore fakes the handoff to Green, cross midfield, and that one falls incomplete. Had his man coming across, could not connect with Yoder.
They're looking for something there right up the seam. Couldn't get it, but good idea.
Once again, you see no huddle. They're getting those play calls from the sideline. 2:42 on the clock not running.
Going hard count, it looks like.
Hard count there by Moore, trying to get him to jump. You already saw that happen once today, nothing here. Green to his right. Moore takes the snap, hands off to Green, straight up the middle, and there he goes. That's Howell, pardon me, as he moves to the right side. One man to beat, 10-yard line, diving, unsuccessful touchdown. With Nehemiah Howell breaking away a 49-yard rushing touchdown. State College tacks onto their lead. It's 13-0.
How was the guy last week? And it looks like he's going to be the steady hand tonight. That's another situation right there. The offensive line, heck of a job right there, creating a gap, part of the Red Sea. Hal took that gap and he just ran away with it. And once he gets into the secondary, he's too fast running these Cumberland Valley defensive players to get to. And now you've seen 2 great plays tonight by State High in the open field.
Spittler looking for the extra point. This one up and through. 2 for 2 on the night. It's 14-0 State College with 2:31 remaining in the first quarter. 2 long rushing touchdowns, the 66-yarder from Moore, and now 49-yarder for Howe, the senior, coming into this one on senior night here for State College at Memorial Field. Breaks away on that one, and as you mentioned, Jake, just too quick. That defense could not get the angle to stop.
Now you see for State High tonight, it's been a bunch of runs get stuffed, a bunch of short stuff, and then they break a big one open. Not sure if that's going to be the theme all game tonight, but definitely so far here in this first quarter, 2.5 minutes left. That's been the theme so far.
Both teams now coming back out onto the field. 24 seniors tonight, 4 State College getting honored on senior night. Opting to make the first home game senior night, Jake. Obviously, you don't know what this season's going to hold. You don't know when they'll play here again, if they'll play here again. Want to make this opening night at Memorial Field special for these seniors while they have the chance, of course.
Absolutely. There's a lot of uncertainty, Preston. Obviously, there's a ton of high schools all around the country doing the same thing because you don't know which game is going to be these seniors' last game. So, I mean, if you're these seniors, biggest piece of advice I think coach has given them, value every single second. You don't know when the last time you'll step on this field is going to be. And looks like so far tonight, State High's having a good time. Cumberland Valley, they got some work to do, but they're definitely cut out to do it.
Here comes Spittler end over end, sends it down. Be taken at about the 13-yard line. And here come the Eagles. All the way across the field and diving down at about the 23-yard line. That's where they'll set up shop.
I think he worked probably ran about 60 yards right there to get about 13. He came all the way across the field, which at this level, Preston, yes, you can get away with. The higher levels, not so much. But look, if you're a guy who you know you can create in space, you'll take those risks a little bit. You'll go laterally, and that's what they did right there. But ball's at, looks like the 23, Cumberland Valley. Maybe they'll go to the air a little bit now. They're down by 2 scores.
Out comes Cumberland Valley and Isaac Sines settling in at quarterback. 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Tight end on the line now sends Sauve in motion. Hands off right up the middle, driving forward and pushing for a few extra yards. It'll be about a gain of 6, setting up second and about 4 to 30-yard line. 2 minutes and 11 seconds, 14-0, State College.
You hear the term staying ahead of the chains. That's what a run like that does. You can get 5-6 yards on first down. Opens up the playbook. Now you're at 2nd and 4. You can run it. You can go play action. You can try to push it downfield. Ton of possibilities right here, and we'll see what Sines does in the pistol.
2nd and 4 from the 29-yard line. Sines takes the snap, hands off once again up the middle. This time a stop right at about the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard there for Walker. And the clock continues to tick down, minute 37 in this first quarter. It'll give him a gain of about 2. It's 3rd and 1.
You know, it only got 2 yards, but now you look at that first down run, really coming back to help Cumberland Valley. You can do a lot right here. I mean, probably your best bet here, just try to push it up the middle. Don't try to go cute, get outside, no sweeps, no tosses. Just try to plunge it up the middle and let your 5-0 lineman win at the line.
Walker lining up behind Sines. Minute 12 on the clock. Sines takes a snap, now given to Walker, trying to push his way for the first down, spinning. And it looks like he's going to get it. Got it by about a yard. It was that extra effort that he put in. He's going to fall forward for the first down.
Yeah, broke a tackle right there. I mean, that's going to be the key. Those 3rd and shorts, you're just hoping that you get it to your running back. He meets a linebacker in space, and he can break a tackle and push forward.
6-foot senior trying to use his size and power to push for that first down. He gets it there. Walker once again lining up behind Sines. Sines takes the snap, looking to his right. Pass dropped by Huffman in the hands, but met right away by that little line defense.
I mean, Preston, you got a defensive man coming in. That throw's on the inside ball. That ball's got to be on the outside. You throw that on the outside, give Huffman a chance to step toward it, get out of bounds, and you probably make that play right there.
That's Brandon Price stepping up and making the play, just making it difficult. Don't want to give away those easy shots on the flat, just chunk away yardage. 49 seconds remaining in this first quarter. 14-0, Little Lions still on top. Sines keeping it for himself. Little misdirection, but the State College defense not full. They'll slam him back right at the line of scrimmage, met by 3 or 4 Little Lions. It'll be 3rd and long.
Yeah, what Sines is trying to do there, Preston, he's trying to read those edge defenders. And if those edge defenders lose their gaps, they crash in, he's going to take it to the outside. Great discipline right there by the DN, staying true to his gap, letting Sines keep it, and then making a play right there. Really nice play by the State High front.
20 seconds and counting, a 3rd and 10 from the 34-yard line. Sines takes a shotgun snap. Has some time, now rolling, gives his man across for the first down and more. Going forward, Derek Sauve knocked out of bounds at the 42-yard line. That's a first down. Clock stops at 5 seconds.
That's a great play right there. Picks up over 20 for Sauve and had all day to throw. Nothing downfield open. Sines rolls, creates a little bit. Sauve came open. That's a really nice play right there by Cumberland Valley. As the first quarter begins to come to an end, they're really churning right now. Looks like they'll get one more play in.
Pushing into State College territory for the first time tonight. Signs in the shotgun once again. 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Takes a snap, now pitches left to Walker. Pushing inside, met at the line of scrimmage. They'll give him about, it's actually going to be a loss of about 2. That's going to be the end of the first quarter. 14-0 State College. Jake, you saw both teams coming out strong, but it's the run game for the Little Lions that went off in that first quarter.
I wouldn't say the run game is what went off. They had 2 long touchdown runs, and for the most part, Cumberland Valley has stifled them. But if you're Cumberland Valley, the key is how can you stop those deep runs, and that comes down to the linebackers. Can the linebacker step up? If a player gets into space, and can they make a tackle? And so far tonight, the answer has been no. D-line's been pretty good for the most part, but State High has gotten the best of it twice tonight, so we'll see what happens. Cumberland Valley's driving. We'll see if they can cut it in half on the other side.
2-touchdown lead at the end of the first quarter. State College up 14-0. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back here. You're watching State College football here on CNET. Second quarter underway as the Eagles pushing into State College territory. 14-0 State College. Cumberland Valley lining up from the 45-yard line. A 2nd and 11. Signs, airs one out far side, and a flag thrown at the spot. Paul falls incomplete all the way down to the 20-yard line. This looks like it could be on the defense.
Yeah, really tight coverage right there. It's going to be pass interference. State College fans down in front of us are not too happy with that one. Looks like they might have gotten Knipe on that one. And you can hear the boos, Preston, in front of us. They're not very happy with that call. I mean, from my vantage point, I think it was really good coverage. The ref obviously has a better view than us, so I'm going to trust their judgment here.
That'll be a first down now for the Eagles, who gain a 15 on the pass interference. They'll be lining up at the 30-yard line. 1st and 10, now Signs. Sends his man in motion. Hands off to Walker. Walker pushing up the middle. Pushing forward. Gain of about 2. Set up a 2nd and 8. Continuing to pound the rock with Walker. He's trying to use some of that 6-foot size. If you've seen it already, Jake, he has that ability to push forward and chunk away yards even when you think the play's over.
Absolutely. He's a big guy. He can absorb hits. You look at him back there. Big body. He's going to take hits. He's going to get yards after contact.
Signs looking to pass. Now taking it with his legs right up the middle, has a little bit of a hole. Stopped for a gain of about 4. It'll be a 3rd and 4, and ref got right in the middle of that one. He's down, and medical staff's going to come out and take a check on him. 11 minutes, 11 seconds in this second quarter.
You got an official down. Hopefully he's okay. He is up, so looks like he's doing okay. Obviously, though, it might take a minute or 2 to check on him and make sure everything is okay.
Say check on him. We'll take a quick break as well. 14-0 State College, 11 minutes, 11 seconds here on CNET. Official off under his own power, ready to resume play. 11 minutes, 11 seconds. 14-0 State College here at Memorial Field. I'm Preston Shoemaker, joined alongside by Jake Starr. And Jake, you see here the Eagles are pushing on offense for the first time, really threatening this State College defense. Signs lining up in the shotgun. And he'll send Sauve in motion. Gives it to him on the end around, trying to get to the end. And he'll chunk forward on third down, diving, but falling just short. It looks like it's going to be about a 4th and 2.
I would be extremely surprised, Preston, if Cumberland Valley does not leave the offense on the field. From right here, you're looking at about a 40-yard kick. I don't know if you really trust kickers at this level to make this kick, so it's 4th and 4. Probably going to look for some kind of quick pass right here. I mean, you've seen the quick hitch to the outside has been a play. You have lined up on the far side. Right there, receiver. Huffman, let's see if you can get it to them.
See what play they go with. Signs takes the snap, 4th down. He looks long. He's got Sauve open in the end zone and drops the ball in and out of the hands. Tight coverage there by the Little Lions, and they escape damage and force the 4-and-out turnover.
It was a pretty good throw. I'm not gonna lie. They had a pretty good throw, but great coverage right there. Just a little bit too much air on that one, Preston. You're on the right hash. You're trying to throw completely to the absolute opposite corner, and it's just the ball's in the air for way too long. Maybe, high school, the hashes are a lot wider than they are in the NFL and college. That's a really long throw. Really surprised they dialed that one up in the playbook. I would have liked them to see maybe work over the middle or work along that far sideline, but not the case. State High gets a chance to push it back.
State College defense forces the turnover. They get a ball back at the 23-yard line. 1st and 10 for Conrad Moore. Moore takes the snap, going straight up the middle, and dodging tacklers, rolling around, falling to the 38-yard line. There, once again, is Nehemiah Howe.
State High's offensive line up front really starting to dominate in the trenches. You saw a really nice run right there.
Continuing to pound the ball on the ground. And now referee coming in, making sure the ball's set properly. 10:35. Clock rolling once again.
Watch for a quick throw to the outside.
Moore takes a snap. There's the quick throw to the outside. Spinning and being met by a plethora of defenders there. Yoder trying to push forward, gaining about 2 yards. It'll be a 2nd and 8.
Yeah, usually when you see the receivers kind of stacked on top of each other, you kind of have an option to look at both sides, see which side you have more numbers on. Obviously, they like the right side matchup there. Got a quick throw, hoping for a block. Only got about 2 right there. Basically serves the same purpose as a run.
2nd and 8, 10 minutes and 4 seconds here in the second quarter. 14-0 State College after 2 big rushing touchdowns in the first quarter. Knipe gonna line up on the right side of Moore. It's a pass, he's looking Knipe, middle of the field, one hand snags it in, no one in front of him. He's got room to the 15, crossing the 10, and a touchdown for State College. Sam Knipe pulls that one in, a 61-yard touchdown from Conrad Moore. It's 20-0 State College.
First of all, Preston, what a catch. What a catch right there. Second of all, you saw the play before. The play before is the reason why that play was successful. We'll watch the extra point here while we talk about this play real quick. You run that quick screen to the outside. You get the defense cheating up a little bit. Next play, get the defense cheating up. Kind of shoulder fake. Look like you're going for that quick screen. It gives Knipe an opportunity to sneak through the back of that defense, and then a great throw by Moore just to feed it up the seam. That was a nice play. That play is only possible if you run the play before it.
Here's Spittler for the extra point attempt, and it is up and good. 3 for 3 for Spittler on the night. 21-0, 9 minutes, 45 seconds in the second quarter. Jake, the 61-yard connection from Moore to Knipe. And let's talk again, Knipe. He lines up in the backfield on that play. Gets out into the middle of the field, like you said. The offense really set that up, but how about that catch? Way out in front of him, one hand, juggles it a little bit, and still able to run through it with the defense behind him. Excellent athletic play there by Knipe.
Yeah, I mean, I was watching Knipe in warm-ups. He was making a ton of athletic catches, one-handed catches, off-balance catches. Really nice job right there. Gets the hand out, just bats it back up in the air to him. And man, you got that defense cheating right now. They are selling out to stop the run. And that's a play right there where State High takes advantage of them sliding out right now. So now if you're Cumberland Valley, you're going to be on your heels. Do you sit back and try to stop the deep throw and try to get the running back knife down in the secondary? Or do you keep selling out for the run? It's a tough decision you got to make right here, and you're down 3 scores. So first of all, you got to focus on offense and try to get a score.
It's a connection there between the 2 senior captains, Orr and Knipe. 21-0, State College.
Got the pep band into it. The crowd, they were booing that pass interference just about 10 minutes ago, but I think they forgot about that.
You mentioned that crowd, Jake. We talked about it a little bit at the top of the broadcast. Mainly just family of both sides players. Not a lot of public sale of tickets for students. You got the pep band outside of the stadium over on the hill. A very small State College band as you see the kickoff here end over end. But COVID social distancing certainly in effect at this game. Received and now coming across the middle. Flag behind the play. And it'll be tripped up at about the 36-yard line. That's Elijah Jumper coming across. And we'll see where that one goes back. Flag at about the 20-yard line.
Yeah, we're going to get a block in the back right there by Bryce Bueltler. Really just blindsided that guy right there. And that's going to come back, way back, as you see the flags down right there at the 21-yard line.
When you could hear the fans even at that hit. It was just a big hit you could hear from up here. And then the reaction in the bleachers. This one definitely going to come back.
So we'll see exactly how far back that one goes. Might be a half the distance to the goal situation. As I said, flag down at about the 21, 22-yard line. We'll see where the ref as they're walking it back right now. So was going to be pretty good field position for Cumberland Valley, Preston, but now you're pretty deep in its own territory.
Well, they started at 21. They march it back to the 10-yard line, and that's where they're starting. The 11-yard line is where they're going to place it. But you're absolutely right, Jake. What looked like could have been great field position. Now the Eagles are pinned deep in their own territory looking to get something going. 9:36 on the game clock here in the second quarter. 21-0 State College. Science takes the shotgun snap, hands up right up the middle. Chugging along for a couple yards there as Walker falls forward, gain of 2.
I mean, if you're Cumberland Valley, can you really sit here and say we're going to piece together a 14, 15 play drive that takes 8 minutes off the clock? They haven't done it yet tonight. They're going to have to find a way to get a big play over the top.
3 wide receivers out to his right. Science takes the snap once again, looking to throw, looking to his right, airs this one out deep down the middle, just a little long. No flags, no catch. Almost could have been an interception, but just a little too long for everybody on that one. And now you're looking at a 3rd and long, deep in your own territory.
Yeah, Carson Franks was the closest one to that ball. Was looking to go deep for Huffman right there, but, I mean, throwing in the double coverage. We said, I mean, they're thinking the same thing we're thinking, Preston. We need a big play if you're Cumberland Valley. They try to get that big play. Now you're sitting at 3rd and 9. Not a lot of options deep in your own territory. Maybe see some kind of screen or draw right here just to try to get field position.
Science takes the snap, looking deep again. Same area of the field, same outcome. Misses him by about 7 yards. Just airs that one out a little too much for Huffman to run under. And another 3 and out for this Eagles offense. Not really piecing it together yet tonight, Jake.
I mean, if you're Cumberland Valley right there, their playbook's consisting of 2 things right now. Runs up the middle and deep throws down the field. They got to find a way to dig into their playbook and get 6, 8-yard chunks at a time because obviously the State High secondary is too good, but you're not going to beat them over the top. The defensive front's playing really well, where you're not just going to get them over the middle. So they're going to have to try to get creative, run some options, maybe run a trick play here and there. You never know.
Spiraling punt coming across, received by Howe, and he's going to take it. Makes a couple men miss, now hitting the outside, coming across to the 30, has a blocker, there he is, and out of bounds at the 19-yard line. That's a punt return there, all the way in, but we have a flag out there,
We
Jake?
do have a flag right around the far 20.
A late flag coming in, hard to see out there from our vantage point, but yes, there is a flag already picked up, but they're gonna look at this one, not sure what they're seeing at the end of this one.
You're not exactly sure what's going to happen over there. Could be a hold on State High. See what they call right here.
Well, they're checking with that Eagles sideline, so it's definitely going to come back a little bit. It's going to negate what was a great return there by Nehemiah Howe, having himself a great night on the ground with the football.
Yeah, it's a block in the back. That's what they're going to get against State High right there. So, big run. It's going to be negated.
Yeah, he had one blocker in front of him, and that's where they're going to get the call there. We'll see how far they knock this one back. That flag was laying at about the 20. You'll see where they place it. 8 minutes and 43 seconds. Still great field position for State College, deep in the Eagle territory. They're going to spot this at the 31-yard line. So already knocking on the door for a chance to score again. And looks like they're going to set up with the trips right, the receivers here on the near side.
Wouldn't surprise me here, Preston. You got 2 stacked at the bottom, 1 to their left. Maybe some kind of fake screen. Try to sneak somebody deep and get a quick strike here to start this drive and really try to put it out of reach early.
Well, they've got Green lined up in front and Yoder behind him. You've already seen how much he's been favoriting Green tonight. See if maybe he takes a shot at the corner of that end zone. Still waiting for the official to officially place the ball and get this one rolling. Like I said, 8:43 on the clock, 21-0, 3 long touchdowns so far tonight for State College, 2 on the ground, 1 in the air, and the offense is just clicking on all cylinders tonight.
Oh, without a doubt, and they're heading on the big play tonight, and that was going to be the key coming in. Who was going to have more big plays? Who was going to make less mistakes? And State College right now, they're winning the explosive play battle, and obviously they're up 21-0 right now.
Still a delay out here on the field.
So there's a conversation going on down there. That might have been the – all right, so they were still waiting to come out of a break, and they got it right there.
Back from the TV break, and with minimal fans in the stands, the TV's just as important as ever for these high school games, but now ready to go. 1st and 10 from the 31, second quarter. Hand that one down, ball is loose. They're gonna say he was down by contact. That one popped out late, as looked like Green just trying to make something happen. Didn't look like the exchange was very clean either. He was kind of fumbling around with that ball for a while, and doesn't really get much of a gain on that one. It's actually a loss of 2, 2nd and 12 from the 34.
Yeah, the Cumberland Valley contingent you heard was not very happy that the whistle blew, but it looked like Green was down before that ball came out. And you said not a great exchange. As I said, early in the season, you're running a lot of these read option plays. It's tough because you don't know whether you're going to keep it or pull it out.
Green coming across in motion. Moore gives it to him. Running backwards, trying to get back to the line of scrimmage. Almost steps out, keeps himself in, trying to fight for that extra yard. They're going to rule that down inbound, so the clock will continue to tick. 7 minutes, 50 seconds. Still looking at a 3rd and long here. About 3rd and 10. And a late flag that comes in there. So they stop the clock at 7:44.
So there might have been some chatting after what looked like could have been a late hit. Not sure if we'll get some form of unsportsmanlike conduct, and that's exactly what we're going to get on the defense. That's going to be an automatic 1st down. That's a mistake you can't make. You're down 21-0, Preston. You got them at 3rd and 10. You got them exactly where you want them. And then you do something like that, and that's just something that on the sideline the coaching staff is not going to be happy about.
Not a smart move by any means, Jake. Now all the way down to the 16-yard line into the red zone for State College. Actually, will be the first time they've taken a snap in the red zone tonight. Up 21-0, 3 long scores, and now they'll work their way down, knocking on the door, see what they can come up with here. Moore in the shotgun. And this one will be blown dead.
Not exactly sure what we're getting here.
Not sure the placement of the ball is what they're looking for. Maybe the official's not in position. Clock now rolling, 7:42, ready to go. Moore takes the snap, gives up the middle to Green, pushing forward. Little extra burst at the end, falling forward for a gain of about 4.
Looks like we got an injury. A player down for Cumberland Valley right there.
And it looks like trying to get a number on that one. Player down, hard to identify, but we'll have the player when we come back from this break. 7:28 remaining in the 2nd quarter. 21-0 State College. They're knocking on the door. We'll be right back here on CNET. Derek Salve walking off the field under his own power, the injured Eagle, making his way towards the sidelines. Jake, we mentioned it during the break. That's a tough loss for this Eagles team, but we'll get to that here in a second. Moore in the shotgun. He's got 3 to the right, takes the snap, hands off to Green. Green trying to take the edge, driving forward through 1 tackle and all the way down to the 3-yard line, lowers his shoulder for the extra yardage in State College, 3 yards out.
My oh my, look at Green, lower that shoulder right there. He brought the boom right there, and as I said, he's a guy, he's not someone you're going to be able to bring down with one play. You're going to have to be able to really push it and really fight to get Green down.
7 minutes, 12 seconds, first down from the 4-yard line, first and goal. Already 21-0 for the State College team. There's the snap by Moore, back to Green. This time they're ready for him. They'll bring him down in the backfield at about the 8-yard line. Could be a loss of 3 or 4 in the play. Second and goal to come.
So now you got Cumberland Valley, Preston. They're selling out for the run right now, okay? Second and goal from the 7. Do you maybe try to sneak a little play fake, sneak a tight end over the middle? I mean, got really no one deep. Well, as we said, they're selling out. They're selling out before the play right there. It looks like we're going to get a little offsides.
That's the second time tonight you've seen Moore be able to use that hard count to State College's favor. That'll be half the distance to the goal. With the second and goal on the 7-yard line, they'll mark that at about the 3.5-yard line and line back up, try it again.
Well, now it makes that proposal a lot more enticing now because you're a lot closer, so if you don't get it, it's still 3rd and short. So if you try to get in the sellout on the run right here, it's like a bit of a heavy set. 2 tight ends out there. Try to get a little play fake.
2 receivers wide. Instead, it goes to Green, straight up the middle, churning his legs, trying to get every yard he can. They're going to mark this one at about the 2. So you're looking now, Jake, 3rd and 2, 6 minutes and 20 seconds here in the second quarter. They're not going to huddle up. They're going to get right on after this. You think they're going to pound this right up the middle, or do you see some kind of trick play on the goal line?
I see no reason why they shouldn't pound it up the middle right here.
You're setting up this offense. It's going to be Green lining up what appears to be the right of Moore. Now comes back across to the left side. Line sets up. 2 tight ends, 2 receivers out left. Same formation as what we just saw. Same play, except he tries to cut it outside, but the defense was ready for that one all over. Talk about selling out for the run. They have him in the backfield. And now 4th and goal, Jake. Do you trot out the field goal unit, up 21-0, or do you go for this?
You know, I know that the hole, looks like they're going to bring the field goal unit up, but I know the hole up the middle might have been clogged. But somebody like Green, if I'm him, I trust myself to be able to lower the shoulder and get a yard right there. So don't love him jumping it outside, but you know what, looks like we're going to get a field goal here. Little 20 yards, same thing as a PAT, and you're up 21-0. There's no need to take a risk right now.
It'll be Aiden Spittler's first field goal attempt of the season. This one up and right down the center. 24-0. State College extends their lead. 5 minutes and 14 seconds. Jake, there's a State College team that goes all the way down inside the red zone for the first time tonight, and the defense of the Eagles actually slams the door on them. They settle for the field goal. That's some stepping up from that Eagles defense, especially after we mentioned Derek Salve, that senior defensive captain, goes off the field with the injury. They really stood up there.
Here's the thing. When you're in the red zone, you can't give up big plays. So this is a Cumberland Valley defense that's built for those short yardage situations. So there's not really a chance for State High to get deep into the secondary. So they're able to sell out for the run, and it paid off right there. And we talk about Salve right there. That's a tough loss. Glad to see him get up, walk off over his own power. Maybe we'll see him later in the game. Maybe not. But now if you're Cumberland Valley, you're going to have to find a way to replace that production that usually they're going to get from their starting middle linebacker, who's the captain of that defense.
24-0, Jake. 5:14 in the second quarter. State College tacking onto what is already a big lead. What are you expecting to see from this offense as they come out on this drive? They're down. They obviously need to do something to try and climb back into this game as we approach the half.
I mean, they're struggling to push the ball downfield, so it's hard to see them do that. Maybe try to come out there and get like a 6-7 yard pass, just something to get at the juices flowing and a little bit of mojo. And then you got to get going fast, get the State College defense on their heels, because right now they're confident. Those defensive linemen, they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after the backfield. They need to find a way to keep them on their heels, maybe get them tired of a long, quick drive.
Spittler stepping his steps back, the kicker for State College, ready to send this one away. There's the kick, end over end. Taken at about the 4-yard line by Walker. Reversing field once again, coming through the middle. Another flag on the field as Walker's brought down about the 22-yard line. They're going to blow this one dead. Already one flag down.
You get Ruben Ibarra for Cumberland Valley. First for a hold, then might get him for a little unsportsmanlike conduct as he took the helmet off of one of the state high players. That looked to be Kyle Kersinger. So, first of all, you're going to get a hold, which is going to bring this back half the distance to the goal. And then we'll see if a second penalty is going to be tacked on right there. Look, the hold, it's a football play. Everything extracurricular, you got to get up, accept your mistake, and get back to the sideline. You're down by 24 points. It's the second time tonight we're seeing this in Cumberland Valley. You can't keep doing things to hurt your team even more. And now they're going to see themselves starting back inside their own 10-yard line because of it.
Emotions are boiling over for the Eagles right now, and as you mentioned, they're going to back this one up. 5:07 in the second quarter. You're going to be starting well within your own territory, down 24-0. Not the formula that you're looking for to get something going here, closing into the half.
You got the state high fans right here playing referee, telling them, got to back it up a little bit, and they did. And let's see where they take it to. They're inside the 10. Looks like it's going to be about the 8-yard line, Preston. And for an offense that hasn't managed to do much tonight, this is a tough call.
So it started at the 8, and then the second penalty, I think, tacks in. Now they're all the way down to what looks like the 4-yard line.
Not a lot of plays in the playbook, Preston, when you're backed up this far.
See if the defense comes after him. Signs in the shotgun. Takes the snap, gives it straight to Walker. And a flag. They're going to blow this play dead. Walker made it out of the end zone, but I believe this is going to be a false start, and there it is.
If you're State High, I don't think you wanted to see that blown dead. They had a great play right there, and I mean, it would have been the same loss and it would have been second down, but now you're Cumberland Valley, you're backed up even more, and if you're State High, you have to assume the run's coming. So they're going to sell out right here, and I don't think you want to really pass this here because then you're looking at a safety territory right there.
24-0 as we mentioned. 5 minutes, 5 seconds in the second quarter. It's first and a ways to go. Ball on the 2-yard line. Signs well in the end zone, takes a shotgun snap, gives it straight to Walker. Walker pushing forward, runs into his own blocker, but able to get out, push it forward about a yard or two, back out to the 5-yard line. It'll be about 2nd and 8 from there.
Yeah, it'll get him a little bit past the original line of scrimmage, gets him a little bit of breathing room, but nothing really changes. You're just going to have to keep pounding the rock if you're Cumberland Valley just to get some breathing room. Maybe you get a 3rd and short, but the way State High's playing plan, I don't even know. That's a tough ask for the Eagles.
2nd and 9 from the 5-yard line. Eagles on their own 5-yard line. 4 minutes and 33 seconds. Clock continuing to run. Signs takes the snap. There's Walker. Right up the middle once again and met at the line of scrimmage. Falls forward for a gain of 1. Another short tack there, but Jake, you're looking at a 3rd and 8 deep in your own territory. You try to unleash a pass and get a first down, or are you worried about turning that ball over, keep the ball on the ground, and let Walker try to do something with his legs?
I mean, you're down 24-0, Preston. You need to get a first down here. You're State High, though. Those D linemen, this is their favorite play of the game. They're pinning those ears back. They're getting after the quarterback because they trust this secondary to make a play on a one-on-one situation.
3 wide receivers to the right. Signs has to roll out to his right. Now flicks one just short for the first down. A flag down back in the backfield.
We're going to get an illegal forward pass, I think. He was definitely over the line of scrimmage. 3 rests through a flag.
That's what it looks like. You see flags all over the place. Signs had to roll because of the pressure. He gets off to the right side and just shuffles that one forward for the first down. But as you said, Jake, if that's an illegal forward pass, that's a penalty and a loss of down. You're probably looking at a punt from the end zone.
Yeah, we'll see. Looks, I think that we all think it's an illegal forward pass. Obviously, we'll see what the official call is as the ref's set to deliver that one.
3 minutes and 49 seconds, already 24-0 as we've mentioned. State College's offense clicking on all cylinders, whereas the Eagles really struggling to get things going offensively. We'll see what the call is here.
This is going to be an illegal forward pass, and it looks like an ineligible receiver downfield. And an illegal formation. So we got 3 separate penalties on that play. We got illegal forward pass, ineligible receiver downfield, and the legal formation.
That's 3 flags, 3 penalties. Right,
exactly.
That's what it was.
And obviously, if you're State High, you'll probably accept the legal forward pass, get the loss down, and they're going to punt. They're going to have great field position and a chance to tack even more points on Preston before we get to the halftime break.
Well, they send Nehemiah Howe out to potentially return this punt, but you have to think they're going to send the House. They're punting from what looks like their own 5-6 yard line from down there. We'll see what happens here as they set this one up.
Yeah, they haven't even spotted the ball yet, and it was at, what, the 7-yard line before this play? If it's half the distance to the goal, that's going to be back them up to close to the 3 as the refs still figure out exactly where they want to spot this.
Certainly a messy first half for these Cumberland Valley offenses. They really just have not been able to put anything together. You got to credit the State High defense as well, but it's these careless mistakes on their offensive end. They're really killing themselves.
So we're having a conversation right here. Looks like State High is going to get a personal foul called against them. Might be a sideline warning. Doesn't look like it's going to be they're going to mark off any penalties. So that might be the first sideline warning. Actually, I stand corrected. That's going to be a penalty on State College, and that's going to be an automatic first down. So after a mess of a play for Cumberland Valley, the Little Lions just completely bailed them out. And when you're dominating the game, you do not want to give your opponent a second life.
Well, a free personal foul gives a free first down for the Eagles. 3:49 in this first half remaining. See if they can't put something together and try to get on the board before the half. A quick change of events now as the clock is rolling. Sides lining up in the backfield with Walker lined up behind him. 3 receivers to his left. He's looking to pass. Gets his man down in the flat. A big hit at the 18-yard line coming across, just smacking there as Sammy Knight lowers the shoulder, delivers the blow. A gain of about 2. It'll be 2nd and 8, but man, what a hit by Knight.
When Sammy Knife saw that ball caught, his eyes got wide open, and he squared that one off, and he hit stick him. And man, that's one that if you're Sammy Knife, you're going to go to bed feeling good about tonight.
Well, 2nd down now. They hand off to Walker up the middle. Actually, that's J.D. Hunter sliding in there, the sophomore captain for this Cumberland Valley team. A lot of respect put on Hunter, the young sophomore, given the captain role this season. He gets the carry there. 2:55 and ticking. 24-0. Still State College on top. And a 3rd and 6 from the 22-yard line. Have to get out to the 28. Signs in the shotgun. Looking to pass once again. Trouble in the pocket. And it's going to collapse on top of him. A sack and a quick timeout called by State College. That's Jack Roshot, along with others, coming in and getting credit for that sack. And just like that, State College makes up for their own mistake. It's going to be 4th down and the punt unit comes out.
Yeah, Preston Roshot the first one there. Then everybody else came in for the party around Signs, and they knew they were going to pass it. State High pinned their ears back, and they got to the quarterback, and really Signs had no time to do anything there.
First sack of the night for State College. With 2:37, timeout on the field. We'll take one here as well. 2:37 left here in the first half. State College receiving the punt when we come back here on CNET. Punt formation for the Eagles. 2:37 here in the second quarter. Still 24-0 State College. And the punt is underway as Nehemiah Howe calling for the fair catch at the 49-yard line. Shocking move by him as he's been moving and reeling and dealing all over the place, but he'll take the fair catch there, and that's where State College will set up. 2:31 now on the clock. Now, Jake, a little outside of a 2-minute drill here, but you got 2 minutes, 31 seconds. You already got a big lead. You probably want to tack onto that here with the offense. What do you expect to see from Matt Lintel's team?
And I expect something quick here, something simple, maybe some kind of run up the middle, maybe a quick screen. Just try to get some yards here and get it going. Look, you're at the 49-yard line of Cumberland Valley. You got 2:31 left, plenty of time. You're looking at, looks like 2 timeouts left for State College, so you really have the entire playbook open. Maybe they try to take a deep shot here. We'll see what they do, but really there's every possibility for Matt Lintel.
Howell and Moore in the backfield. 2 receivers to his left, 1 to his right, a tight end down there as well. It's going to be a handoff to Howe, and he's just going to churn himself up. Gain of about 2. Looking at a 2nd and 8 as the clock continues to tick down past 2 minutes, 20 seconds.
I mean, if you're State High, obviously you're not in panic mode at all. You would love to take another touchdown, but also you don't want to give the ball back to Cumberland Valley before the half's over. But no, they're gonna push it downfield. That's their style of offense. But they're not in any particular hurry to give it back to Cumberland Valley.
24-0 as Moore rolls to his right. Looking downfield, Green, and he can't connect. Just out in front of him, he had open field and a touchdown waiting for him off the fingertips. Led him just a little too far, and Green can't connect. It'll be 3rd down.
That's one he's going to want to have back. That's one he's going to want to have back, and luckily it's not a close game because that one would hurt. But beautiful play design right there, and you just have Green one-on-one outrunning the defense. Look, these safeties aren't, playing deep over the top. These guys, it's one-on-one, and Green won that matchup, and it was a great throw for Moore, but unfortunately for State High, goes incomplete, and now you're looking at a 3rd and 9. Maybe you do it again.
We're setting up in the shotgun once again. Makes the handoff, now looking middle of the field, and dropped incomplete. Was trying to sneak that one across the knife. Connected with him for the touchdown through the middle on their last possession, but that one falls short.
Looks like they might go for it here.
And the offense, no hurry to get off the field. And they're setting it up. Howell will be lining up to the right side of Moore. 4th and 9, they're going to go for it. And a little pooch kick through the defense off, that's for sure. They snap that one back to Moore. Moore is listed on the punting depth chart, and he just sends that one down. They spot it at the 17-yard line, and maybe you look at the defense there, you see what kind of lines up, and he didn't like what he saw and got rid of it, and just like that, the Eagles are going to have another chance with a minute 47.
Yeah, can't blame him there. Just a little pooch punt right there, and you pin them relatively deep. But I mean, obviously, look, Cumberland Valley hasn't been able to muster anything up on offense. This is going to be a big drive right here for the Eagles, but really, if you're State High, you say to yourself, we could go for it, yes, but if we don't get it and they score, it's 24-7, 17-point game going into the break, and they're feeling pretty good about themselves. Let's keep them deep, and let's let our defense, if you're State High, continue to do what it's been doing well all game.
Well, Isaac Sines comes out once again. He's got Kellen Walker lining up behind him. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, a tight end as well. 147, he drops back to pass, looking near side, in and out of the hands of Troy Collier. Just couldn't look it in. Now, Jake, I've heard you got to look that one all the way into the hands.
Yes, you have to look that one all the way into the hands. It's just, obviously, if you're in the backyard having a catch, it's a lot simpler than when at this level, and you hear those footsteps, you get a little worried, but obviously, look, you practice it, catch, bring it into the chest, absorb the hit, and obviously right there, seen a couple sloppy drops in line, and it's early in the season now.
Another option here for Sines. He keeps it for himself, running across and pinned down at about the 21. They'll mark forward progress at what looks like the 21. Stop the clock as well. A timeout called on the field by State High.
And it brings you back to that decision to punt, because you know that Cumberland Valley has not done much on offense tonight. You have 2 timeouts in your back pocket if you're Lintail. Now it's 3rd and about 6 or 7. And you think, we can get the ball back with over a minute left in pretty good field position. So we're up here playing checkers thinking they're going to go for it. Matt Lintel is down there playing chess saying, you know what, let me get it back to them. Let my defense do their job. Use those 2 timeouts, and then we get into a 2-minute drill. You've seen the receivers for State High. They have no issue getting open deep. As long as Moore can get the ball to them, they're going to connect. So you have to run a 2-minute drive, even if it's 50, 60 yards out from the end zone. If I'm Lintel, I have plenty of confidence in my quarterbacks and receivers to make plays. So that's probably why he went with that little punt right there instead of going for it from midfield.
And now we talked about Lintel. Let's talk about Craig Schweitzer. We mentioned he's the interim head coach tonight with Josh Ojwal. His wife gave birth to twins this morning. But back onto this game, what do you think they're looking to do here on offense? 3rd and 6. You got to get this first down, or you assume you're going to give it right back to them.
I mean, you're probably going to see some sort of quick hitch, probably to that far sideline because they're on the right hash. Maybe they try to push it deep, but I mean, there's not many options they have right now that have worked tonight.
Sines takes it. There's that bootleg rolling deep, and he's really got nothing. Now he throws across the middle of the field, making something out of nothing. The diving catch, pulling it in for the first down. That's J.D. Hunter connecting. And And a first down for the Eagles.
They wanted to roll signs there. I don't think they really expected them to get 20 yards deep, but somehow made a nice throw. Hunter came across, dove for that one, and now it's first down. They still got 3 timeouts left. They can get another first down here. They really could be cooking.
A minute 15 and clicking. They're going to really have to work fast. Signs in the gun. Looking right. Throw short. And they're going to call that incomplete. You have Knipe down there saying, I picked it off. I got my hands there, but incomplete. And it'll be second down. 1 minute, 8 seconds to go in the first half.
Not sure if they have access to video review, but that's going to be one in film tomorrow or on Monday that Knipe's going to want to watch again and be like, Coach, look, I actually did pick that one off. But, I mean, if you're Cumberland Valley, you see State High, got 2 safeties back a little bit deeper than usual. They're expecting pass right here, and if you're the Eagles, you have to be passing the ball.
Signs rolling to his right. Pressure forcing him way outside of the pocket. Now in trouble. Lobs this one up. Batted around, incomplete. That's a dangerous one there. You got a left-handed quarterback rolling right side. He's got to throw across his body and just throws that lollipop up at about the 35-yard line. Batted around, falls to the turf.
Yeah, tough play right there. And I mean, it's always tough for a quarterback running against the grain right there. You got a left-handed quarterback rolling right. Obviously, naturally, he wants to go the other way, and just there's nothing there. And State High is getting pressure on him all night. So now you're looking at a 3rd and 10. You're State High. You still got a timeout in your back pocket. Maybe you bring a little bit of pressure here. 5, 6 guys try to get a sack. Then you force a punt, and you have 40 seconds to try to make something happen deep.
59 seconds, 3 receivers to the right, tight end on the left. Signs takes the snap, immediately looks right, has pressure, coming across middle of the field, batted up and almost intercepted, batted at the line of scrimmage, and then coming across with the chance to make the pick was Brandon Price, in and out of the hands, 4th and 10, 54 seconds, and the punt team looks to be running out onto the field.
Yeah, Signs is looking for the running back, J.D. Hunter there. Over the middle. Had him, but a really nice play up front by State High to deflect that one, and then as you said, almost an interception, but 54 seconds, you got a timeout. Punt from about the 15, half the thing goes to about the 40, so State High is going to have pretty good field position to run a little 2-minute drive. But first,
flags are out on that one as the ball was snapped. We'll see what the call is here. Got a flag all the way back at the 50-yard line.
Could it be 12 men? Looks like it's going to be on State High.
I think it might have been 12 men on the field.
That's what it looks like. So it's only going to be a 5-yard penalty. So
now 4th and 5, Jake. You have to think the punt team sticks right where they're at, and they just try that one again.
Yeah, 24-0's a little bit better than 31-0, and that's what you're playing for right now if you're Cumberland Valley.
There's the punt. End over end coming down towards Howell. And he's just going to let that one settle in. A favorable bounce at the last second. They're going to spot that one at the 28-yard line. 44 seconds now, Jake. What do you think you got to see here from the State College offense? They got to work quick.
We're going to see a deep shot. I really don't doubt we're going to see a deep shot. If you're Lintel, you see your receivers are beating them deep pretty much most of the night. I'd take a shot right here. I don't see why not. You got 44 seconds. I get it's 24-0. I'm not in the fan club right now of just taking a knee and taking it to the half, especially in Cumberland Valley's got 3 timeouts. So, why not put some more pressure on them? I mean, look, you could take a knee right here or go conservative and you come back and it's a 24-24 game in the 4th quarter. You never know. So, got to be aggressive right here if you're State High.
Moore's going to line up in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff to Green, looking deep across the side, right in front of Jashawn Green, just outside of his reach. And Jake, you were right about that. They wanted a shot, a nice look by Moore, but just let him a little too far, incomplete.
I'm not sure if he let him too far, if he lost that. You saw Moore looked a little bit confused right there. A little bit of confusion there between Moore and the receiver Green with the connection, and see if they go right back to it, because they have it. They just got to connect.
Second down, they're looking deep once again. Moore settling back, throwing that one just too high, not able to be drawn in by Carson Franks, and just like that, a 3rd and 10. Going back to that last one, Jake, though, you have to also take into consideration these guys haven't played a game under the lights here at Memorial Field in about 2 years. Here in high school, those rosters are going to flip a lot in 2 years. Maybe lost that one in the lights. This is the opening night here at Memorial. Hard to say what happened. It just looked like it was right there. He couldn't pull it in.
Exactly, and I mean, 34 seconds left. Maybe you just run it here and punt it away. Maybe you go deep. We'll see what they do.
Taking the snap now, Taking it off is Moore, makes one man miss, and then met at the sideline, stays in bounds. It's going to be marked at the 34-yard line, and with 22 seconds and counting, Stay High running back out there. It's 4th down, so they're not.
Yeah, Cumberland Valley's not calling a timeout here, so they're just gonna sit on this. They're gonna let the clock run out.
Probably the last play of the half. 10 seconds, now down to 9. Moore in the shotgun. He's got 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Has Green behind the backfield with him, 2 seconds, and they're just going to let this one tick off. No need to recall a play when you're up 24-0. No need to force something on 4th down. And Jake, we trot into the half. State College 24-0 lead. Really working off of the deep ball and the big play in that first half.
Yeah, State College has into the halftime break up 24-0. But Preston, we're being honest, this could be a lot worse. This could be 34, 38-0 right now for State High. And I think that's what Lintel's message is going to be. Great first half, but a lot of missed opportunities. Let's come back out there in the second half, convert on some of those opportunities, and put this game away. On the flip side, if you're the Eagles, Cumberland Valley, you head into the halftime break, you say, guys, let's take a step back, let's reset, let's get back to doing what we do best. You're not going to score 24 points in one drive, but if you can come back and score 7 right away, you give yourself some confidence. So if you're State High, convert on some of those missed opportunities. If you're Cumberland Valley, get back to doing what they do best.
24-0 State College here at the half. We'll step away for a quick break. We'll be right back. You're watching State College football here on CNET. here at Memorial Field. 24-0 at the half. State College leading over Cumberland Valley. I'm Preston Shoemaker, once again joined alongside by Jake Starr. Jake, take a look at that first half. 24-0 by State College on 3 big scoring plays. You have Conrad Moore, Nehemiah Howe, and Sam Knipe all connecting for 60-plus yard touchdowns. Really big play potential and the boom for the State College offense.
Yeah, Preston, that's been the key tonight for the State High offense. They have been connecting on big plays. You had the quarterback draw to start the game, another long run, another long pass to Knipe, and that's been the difference, Joy. State High isn't a team that's going to methodically march downfield. They're going to beat you with big plays over the top. And the big theme we talked about before we went to the halftime break, Preston, missed opportunities. You look at that scoreboard, it says 24-0. Very easily could say 38-0, 41-0. A couple missed opportunities, a couple missed drops down there towards the end zone, and this is a whole different ball game. So Cumberland Valley's lucky. It's only 24-0 right now. But still, State High's got that big play potential. We might see that again in the second half.
And when we talked about it in the pregame, Jake, the run defense for State High was really important coming into this game after giving up over 350 yards last week to Central Dauphin. They've really done a nice job so far in this one.
Absolutely. We said over 300 yards last week against Central Dauphin. That was going to be the key tonight, and that's what we said at the top of the broadcast, Preston. We said, can they slow down this run game? Not only have they slowed down this run game, they have stifled it. I think maybe 2 runs of like 8 or more yards, but you're not seeing any of these Cumberland Valley players get into the State High secondary. You're seeing them stop the line of scrimmage, and that front 4 tonight for the Little Lions is doing a really good job at slowing down this attack, and then on third down, they love it. They pin their ears back, and they get to the quarterback.
Oh, let's talk a little bit more about Cumberland Valley. Obviously, the penalties have not been strong for them here in this first half. A lot of unsportsmanlike conduct, stuff after the play, really beating themselves up at different times that have taken them out of a potential good drive.
Yeah, obviously State High, what we've seen tonight so far is the better team. But when you're the inferior team, you have to be disciplined. And so far tonight, Cumberland Valley is not disciplined. Obviously, we know the coach is out tonight. Congratulations to him on the birth of his twin kids, but they got to be more disciplined. And these are things that, look, it's early in the season, but you got to be better. We saw down there, we saw holding on the opening kickoff, and then not the opening kickoff, but later on. And then we saw an unsportsmanlike penalty rip the State High player's helmet off. And that was just one example of a couple of just bad penalties tonight that has really pinned Cumberland Valley deep. And you talk about that field position battle, Preston, and State High isn't winning that 2 on night. Cumberland Valley frequently starting drives inside their own 20. State High starting a lot of drives right around midfield. And those penalties, you talked about them, that's a big reason why.
So if you're Cumberland Valley, besides getting over the penalties, how do you stop these big plays in the second half? What do you think they're going to need to do defensively to kind of keep State College in check?
I mean, it's going to be tough because they've, outside of those 3 plays, they've held State High pretty well on the ground. So do you say, do we sit back, maybe play some nickel, 5 defensive backs, and try to slow down the passing game, or do we still sell out for the run? And when you sell out for the run, Preston, there's still that risk is that if you don't get there and you lose your gap integrity, State High is going to bust a big run. So if you're Cumberland Valley, you just got to get back to playing disciplined football. Say, we know we're not going to get them for a loss, but let's keep those runs to 2 or 3 yards instead of 30 or 40 yards.
Senior defensive captain Derek Sauve also out in that first half with an injury. It's yet to be seen if he'll be back for this second half. Now, but looking at State College now, how do they continue to capitalize on these opportunities, even the ones that they've missed? They've got this 24-0 lead. They don't have to play aggressive in the second half, but they can if they want to. What do you expect to see out of Matt Lindell's offense?
Well, first you mentioned Sauve. He's the captain of that Cumberland Valley defense. His loss is going to hurt. But your State High, you know Matt Lindell is saying in there at the halftime break, guys, we got to convert on some of these plays. It's 24-0 right now, but what if it's 24-24 in the fourth quarter? You had the huge drop down there by Green earlier in the game. Hopefully that one doesn't come back to bite them, but you got to just find a way to convert. And I'm State High. Don't take the foot off the pedal right here. It's early in the season. You got to show your players that you can convert on these plays and got to keep repping those plays. It's still early. It's still 24-0. Don't come out and play conservative. You're State High. Really keep the foot on the gas and try to convert on those big plays.
24-0 here at the half. We'll be back in just about 10 minutes. See what happens here in the second half. Like I mentioned, 24-0 State College. We'll be right back here at Memorial Field. You're watching State College football right here on CNET. of the third quarter, ready to go here at Memorial Field. 24-0 at the half as State College holds on to the big lead. Once again, I'm Preston Shoemaker, joined alongside by Jake Starr. Thank you for tuning in tonight for CNET's coverage of State College football. And Jake, we talked about it a little bit during the halftime report, but State College needs to take advantage of some opportunities, whereas Cumberland Valley, they just need to put some stuff together. They're really struggling on both sides of the football. If they can string it together and limit the penalties, they might be able to climb back into this one.
Yeah, Preston, if you're State High, they're going out there, you want to put this one away. You want to, I don't want to say push the mercy rule, but you want to get this to a point where you can get into the fourth quarter and you can be sitting pretty comfortably. And the way State High's played tonight with the missed opportunities that we talked about at the halftime break, Preston, they can hit on a couple of those here. This could be a pretty lopsided game by the time the fourth quarter rolls around. You're Cumberland Valley, you get the ball first. You need to get something on this drive. This is a big drive, much like every drive this half is going to be for them, but this is a chance to set the tone. Maybe they get a big play right away and the tides turn, or State High forces a turnover or something like that. It's a completely different game.
Aiden Spittler ready to kick this one back. End over end, and it's going to be taken by Gabe Hayes. Inside the 5-yard line, he picks it up, gets this one out to about the 25 where he's brought down. That's where the Eagles will start things off. 5 seconds tick off the clock. They're ready to get the offense back on the field.
It'll be about the same as a touchback. Ball 25 here, and now this is where it gets interesting now. Your Cumberland Valley, can Symes come out there? Can he just make something happen? That's going to be the most important thing. Maybe they go a little bit of hurry up here and try to get State High on its heels. Looks like they're ready to get on the ball and get going right away. They're not wasting any time.
Played fast in the first half. Don't expect anything different. There's Signs lining up. One receiver to his left, 3 to his right. Takes that shotgun snap, handoff straight up the middle with Walker. Runs through that first tackle, gets about 2 yards on the play. It'll be a 2nd and 8 from about the 27-yard line.
If you're State High, that's exactly what you want to do. Just continue to shut down those first down runs and make it 2nd and long and 3rd and long and make them really have to close their playbook up in half, or at least more than that.
For Cumberland Valley, you think maybe you can get something going on the ground with Walker. He had a couple of big plays in that first half. They got him lining up behind Signs once again. Again, a three receiver set. This time looking to pass, looking right now, drops it to Walker on the flat, but a big hit coming through. State College drops him for a loss. It'll be 3rd down.
That's a great hit right there by State High. On that hit for State High, which was a great one, it's going to be Jack Roshot. And man, he really had a shot right there, and that's a play that they wanted something along this near sideline, had nothing. They kind of telegraphed that pass, and Roshot kind of just shot in right there and made a great play.
A 3rd and 11 from the 24-yard line. They got to get out to about the 35. Signs takes a snap, looking to pass already. Stepping up in the pocket with some trouble, has a man to miss. He's now out on his feet. They'll bring him down at about the 30. He's going to fall short, and looks like it could be another 3 and out to start out the second half for the Eagles.
I don't see that punt team eager to come on the field right now, and as I said that, here they come.
Your Tony Romo moment has expired, Jake. Your prediction did not last there, but you're right. Not eager to come out on the field. They really want to get something going there. 3 and out, not what you wanted to see if you're the Eagles coming out here on the offensive end. Instead, they're going to have to kick this away. They've got Knipe and Green back there, 2 big playmakers, to see what they can do. There's the punt spiraling across. It's going to be Knipe who gets it at about the 44. Makes 2 men miss and now is loose at midfield. Sheds a tackle, and it's going to take a couple of people to bring down Sam Knipe. He's a big guy. They'll get him at about the 47-yard line. 9 minutes, 51 seconds in the 3rd quarter. State College is taking over in Eagle territory.
Nice return there by Knipe. Broke a couple of tackles. Really thought he had something there, but hey, you're State High. You're looking at the 47-yard line of Cumberland Valley going the other way. We talked about the big plays. Maybe you take a shot right here and try to really take all that momentum away from Cumberland Valley.
Wouldn't shock me at all, Jake, as they set 2 receivers out to the left, 1 out to the right. Knipe lining up as the tight end. Green to the right side of Moore in the shotgun. Coming across, now handing off in motion. The end around, tracking forward for 2 or 3 yards. It's TJ Yoder. 9:42 on the clock, 24-0 remains your score. State College on top. Looking at a 2nd and about 7 yards from the 44-yard line. No huddle here as they line right back up. They get that call from the side. Moore steps right in, ready to go with Green to his right. Looking for the hard count now. Reading the defense, changing the play call up a little bit. Lintel loves to call that from the sideline, not a huddle up offense. So I like to keep things rolling. 9 minutes and 8, still ticking on the clock. Another one in motion. They hand this one off to Green in front. Actually, it's kept again by Moore, and he's got room. Just like the last time, through the middle and opening up the second half with a touchdown is Conrad Moore on the ground, taking off for that one. A touchdown for State College, and just like that, it's 30-0. They continue to pour it on.
Let's talk about that play, Preston. You saw a little bit of motion right there, and that's what they call, that's some eye candy right there. That motion right there from State High, that came from Hal, who kind of came from behind the backfield, and they got the linebacker's eyes looking two different ways. You got one running back going one way, got another running back going the other way, and same like that first touchdown of the game, as the PAT is up and good. Just like that first touchdown of the game, they split the linebackers and allowed Moore to just go right down the middle, right down the chute. And once this State High offense gets into the secondary, they're too fast to be caught.
Just like that first touchdown of the game, he had me fooled up here. Moore does a nice job on the read option, sees that hole up the middle, takes it for 44 yards, his second rushing touchdown of the night. First one going for 66, this one for 44. Moore getting it done on the ground. State College getting it down on the offense. 31-0 with 8 minutes and 54 seconds here in the third quarter. And just like that, Jake, we talked a little bit, you know, Cumberland Valley trying to come out on this second half, make a statement. Instead, it's State College who takes advantage of opportunities and continues to pour on that score.
Yeah, and let's not sit here and act like State High's not running it down Cumberland Valley's throat. Most of their big plays tonight have come from plays with a little bit of, not trickery, but a little bit of design to it, if you want to say that. They're not just handing it off, letting their offensive linemen beat them, and finding holes and taking them. You had the read option at the beginning of the game. You had that fake screen and the go pass deep later in the game. Then you had that one where you had two players kind of split out and create a gap over the middle. Lintel knows that he's going to beat this Cumberland Valley team by some trickery and by tricking that defense, and that's exactly what he's doing.
This one returned out to about the 23-yard line. Flags after the play. The extracurriculars continuing. We'll see which side this one's on. State College narrowly escaping a kick out of bounds. That one takes a bounce, I should say, in the favor of the Little Lions. And we'll see what these flags are for. There's 3 flags on the field. Obviously, late hit. It's just a matter of which way it's going.
Yeah, I think, see a lot of people on the State College side pointing the other direction. This might go against Cumberland Valley. We'll see what the ref calls.
And if it is against Cumberland Valley, that's another costly penalty that they continue to take. We'll see what it is. And they're going to call a hold against Cumberland Valley.
They're going to get a personal foul, too, and it's going to back up even more. And Preston, we talked about this in the first half, just undisciplined play by Cumberland Valley, and right there is another example of that. Just things you can't do, especially when you look at the scoreboard and you're down 31-0. You can't keep backing yourself up, and there's nothing that tells us that Cumberland Valley is going to be able to get out of this hole they're in right now unless they can get a big play right here.
They're going to line up at the 11-yard line. 12-yard line's where they're going to spot it. 8:49, 31-0, and they're going to set this up. Signs in the shotgun. Has Walker behind him, hands it to him. Walker trying to find a hole, gets flipped right at the line of scrimmage, falls forward for a gain of about a yard, and it'll be about 2nd and 9.
Yeah, not much really going there for Walker. State High's front has been really, really good tonight there. As we said in the first half, maybe 2 plays that have pushed 8, 9, 10 yards, but for the most part, it's been 2, 3, 4 yards for Cumberland Valley on the ground all night.
3 receivers set for the Eagles. Here's Signs, big pressure, throws across. That one batted around and falling short, incomplete. Had pressure in the pocket, had to get rid of that one quickly, and he just can't connect with his man. It's going to be 3rd down.
Yeah, we talked about the D-line and how they've been pinning their ears back all night. When you're up by 31 points, it's the D-line's favorite, part of the game. You talked about Penn State, the Wild Dogs, and how they like to eat. It looks like you got the little Lions, the little dogs out here. Just they're pinning their ears back and they're getting after the quarterback because they know that, there's nothing to worry about. Cumberland Valley's not keeping them off balance tonight.
3rd and 9 from the 13-yard line. Here's Signs now looking across the field, almost jumping in front of it is Knipe. Having himself a great game. He had 6 on his mind on that one, couldn't reel it in, but he does force incomplete, drawing a 4th down.
You know, Knipe, having a great night, but that's one he wants. He knows if he gets that one, he takes it to the house. But now, great read right there. Once again, pressure on the quarterback for Cumberland Valley. Signs and just nothing he can do. He's been under pressure all night and has really had no help from his running game.
Punt formation once again for the Eagles. 2 back for the Little Lions to receive. Snap is back. That one kicked from about the 1-yard line. Another spiraling kick received at the 45-yard line, and taking off with it is Green. Green will be stopped at about the 42. Flags out, and clock will be stopped. 7 minutes, 59 seconds in the 3rd quarter. As of now, ball spotted at about the 40-yard line. We'll see what the flags are for.
Yeah, we'll see what this is for. Nothing too clear, so officials will talk this one out. We had a flag on each side of the field. Not sure if it was for the same thing. They both came simultaneously, so they might be for the same thing. We'll see.
They're going to call holding against the Little Lions. It's going to back them up from originally where they were at the 40. They're going to place this right at midfield, 50-yard line, a 1st and 10. State High convening down on their sideline. Head coach Matt Lintel, his 7th season at the helm of the State High offense, his 10th season here in State College. Back at his alma mater, 58-20 over the last 6 seasons, now 58-21. Going into this one, looking for their first win, but a lot of excellence. Make no mistake, Jake, this is a talented State College team. They're showing it tonight.
Oh, absolutely, without a doubt. And obviously, you had the tough loss last week against Central Dauphin. You come back out here tonight against Cumberland Valley, and they're going to feel good. It's senior night, first game here at the newly renovated Memorial Stadium, and they're putting on a show for the fans. And there's still, about 20 minutes left in this game, so there's still a lot of time for good things to happen for State High. And hey, maybe if the score keeps going up a little bit, you'll get to see some of those players who don't get an opportunity to play. Maybe some of those seniors that don't get a ton of time on the field get some chances later on.
And you mentioned those fans, Jake, these fans who longingly awaited the return for State College football back here, not only just at Memorial Field, but in general. The season delayed, their first home game from 2 weeks ago postponed a little later in the season. Now finally, these fans get to come in. The parents get to come into the stadium. A lot of fans watching live streams. You've got some students, it appears, on the outside of the gates kind of leaning in, trying to catch a glimpse of their team, but happy to have football back. And they're getting a show tonight, 31-0. With the offense back out there on the field, they look like they're ready. Continue to put it on.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the students here just trying to get, whether it's college students or high school students, just trying to get some form of football fix, and they're getting a good show tonight if you're a State High fan.
Moore lining up in the shotgun, hands off, now fake, and now looks across midfield, and it's picked off. The Eagles pulling away with the interception, coming the other way and tripped up at the 40-yard line, and that's the first blemish of the night for Conrad Moore. The Eagles defense coming up big with the interception. That's Alex Kovac, and he steps in front, trying to turn this around for his Cumberland Valley team.
Could that be, not a turning point, but could that be something that gets Cumberland Valley going a little bit? That's just a missed throw right there by Moore. You've seen a couple times tonight, they try to go those hard throws kind of down the seams a little bit, and Moore just isn't right on those throws just yet. Had a lot better success going deep. Moore had time, maybe takes an extra second and goes deep over the top, but kind of forced that a little bit, overthrew it, and Cumberland Valley has a chance now.
And they give it to Walker, and he is thrown down in the backfield right off the bat. Nothing going there. 7 minutes, 43 seconds, still 31-0, and just stuffed at the line of scrimmage by Emerson Martin.
Yeah, Martin really just got in there, and this defense is saying, hey, might be a quick change right here, but you're not going to catch us on our heels. We're still here to play, and saw that first play right there, lost at 3.
Now 2nd and 13 from the 39-yard line. 7 minutes, 21 seconds. Signs, sends a man in motion. Takes the shotgun snap, fakes the handoff, trying to take it himself. Stay High not fooled, although Signs is going to push through, inching his way every yard that he can get. It makes himself out to the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 1 on the play. It's going to make it about a 3rd and 12.
It's a bit of a miscommunication right there, Preston. You saw Signs turned right. The running back went left. So obviously State High is not sold by that at all. Suns fought for what, maybe half a yard, but State High sees that miscommunication, goes right after the quarterback, and now it's 3rd and 12. And as we said all night, when it's 3rd and long, there's not many plays in the playbook you can call. We'll see where Cumberland Valley goes here.
And we've talked about how State College could work on taking advantage of some opportunities, but this is an opportunity that Cumberland Valley could really use as Signs takes the snap, now looking down into the flat, has his man, but down immediately collared, catching that one at about the 44-yard line, and that's going to be 4th and long, and you have to think that they're not going to punt this, but you know, that's why I'm not a coach down there on the field. Here comes the punt formation, Jake. You know, down 31-0, but you're still at midfield trying to get the field position swing is what I'm assuming.
I mean, look, if it's 4th and 3, 4th and 4, maybe 4th and 5, you say, let's leave the offense out there on the field and go with a quick hitter. But 4th and 8, negative side of the field, it's not really worth it at this point. Don't give State High an opportunity to have a short field.
Well, and look, I don't have many coaching jobs knocking at the door, so that could be a good point there. This punt sailing out of bounds. We're going to mark that one at about the... Coming forward now, trying to find where they're marking this 26-yard line. That's where this one's going to be marked. 5:49. We're going to step away for a quick break. You're listening to State College football right here on CNET. Seconds. 31-0, still your score as the Little Lions look to tack on. They start this drive from their own 26-yard line, a 1st and 10, 5:49. Handoff goes to Howe as he inches forward and falls down, gain of 2 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 8 from about the 27-yard line.
Yeah, now if you're State High, at this point it's just methodically just get time off the clock now. It's biggest battle now is between State High and the clock, and how can they get from now to the end of the game as quickly as possible with no injuries and not give Cumberland Valley a chance to really come back in this game. I mean, we're looking right now, if you consider 2-point conversions, you're looking at still a 4-possession game.
Well, they have Jack Morris stepping in at quarterback. The backup quarterback there takes the snap, now goes to the right, falling forward, about another gain of a yard. We're looking at a 3rd and 8. First time we've seen Morris today. Last week, got in for a little bit of time. 0 for 1, excuse me, in his game last week. And you know, with a 31-0 lead, give Conrad Moore a little bit of rest. He obviously just threw that interception, but having himself a great night besides that.
Yeah, without a doubt. And I'm sure the interception was not the reason he got pulled from this game. It was why Moore was like, you know what? Let's get you down. Let's not risk anything happening.
So now taking a shot down the field was Morris, just out in front of his man, could not connect with Green. Again, another missed opportunity. They continue to have these wide open guys downfield, and they cannot seem to get him. However, there is a flag. We'll see what the call is.
It looks like the official is saying holding. It's going to be on the offense, so penalty obviously going to be declined. But we talk about those missed opportunities. Take the flag away. There was another chance right there. Obviously, it's a tough play to make, but definitely a big play that could have been taken. So you talked about taking time off the clock. Didn't really mean a minute. You're still looking at 4 or 5 minutes, but you trust your defense. You're going to punt it, and you think things are going to be okay.
Sam Knight back to punt. Four minutes and 39 seconds. Still a 31-0 lead for State College, and another flag comes out, looking like a false start against the Lions, and just going to back them up a little bit, make this a little bit longer of a 4th down, and don't expect to see the punt team going anywhere.
Well, they're not as backups or starters in the game. Obviously, if you're Lynn Hill, you up 31-0, you still want to see your guys be disciplined. This is a chance for those young guys to get some quality game reps, and you still want them to come in and take it as seriously as you would if it was a 0-0 game.
Knight will try again, gets this one away. Turning over, no one back to receive it. And takes a favorable bounce for the Little Lions. So watch that one keep rolling and rolling all the way down to the 26-yard line where it'll be down. A nice punt there by Knight. Kind of swings the field position a little bit as the Eagles will come back out.
Yeah, swings the field position. Not sure why nobody was back to return that. That's a great punt by Knight. And yeah, field position kind of swings back. And if you're Cumberland Valley, kind of just, you're running out of options here. You're trying a lot of things. Not many things are working. At this point, it just comes down to, to have some pride. Let's, try to hit these guys a little bit harder, try to cure the offensive line, try to win that battle at the line of scrimmage, and just get something going on the ground.
Well, Signs back in the shotgun once again. He's got a 3-receiver set with a tight end on the line. Takes a snap, looking to pass. Pressure rolling to his right, hits a man in the flat, knocked out of bounds. That was Walker, the running back, just kind of coming across on the crossing route. Clock will stop at 4:16, and it'll be second and manageable, about 5 or 6 yards.
That's a nice first down play, and we talked about staying ahead of the chain. Probably for the first time all night, you see Cumberland Valley get ahead of the chains. Now you have a lot more options here on second and medium.
2nd and 6, ball on the 30-yard line. 4 minutes and 16 seconds. Clock will run on the snap. There it is, they hand it off up the middle, finding a hole and getting the first down as J.D. Hunter, that's Kellen Walker once again. Running back continuing to push up and finds a hole there. That's a first down for the Eagles. You
get that first down, Preston. We talked about 2nd and short. Got a bit more confidence right there. Don't need to get a ton, and they got it right there. Maybe Cumberland Valley's got something going here.
1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. 3 minutes and 57 seconds remaining in this third quarter. Still 31-0 State College. But the Eagles putting together a little drive. See what they can do here on first down. State College defense showing blitz, now backing off. Coming all the way across, maybe getting a yard there as Signs on a little bit of a misdirection. Play action, RPO, and ends up down there. Gain of 1, 2nd and 9. A little bit of a huddle here for this Cumberland Valley offense. Not something we've really seen tonight from either side. They're going to take their time. They want to set this one up. No need to hurry when you're down 31.
I mean, plenty of need to hurry, but at this point, you just would rather get something good drawn up than just go fast.
Motion once again. They hand it off to Walker. Fighting for every yard. Falling forward to about the 43-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 5.
So now you got about 3rd and 5, and you're Cumberland Valley. Now you have a chance to keep the playbook wide open. You can really call any pass play you want right here, and it's a lot more manageable of a situation for the quarterback Signs than it is with 3rd and 12. So we'll see first time all night. They really have a manageable 3rd down. Let's see what they can do.
Working in the spread once again. He's got Walker behind him. Play action. Taking a shot down the middle of the field. That one just kind of came out of the hand and looked a little wobbly. That one falls about 5 yards short, intended for Griffin Huffman, and it's 4th and 5.
Yeah, they wanted Huffman there, but it looks like Signs got hit as he threw, and they had him open, but didn't go for it. And we'll see what looks like they might be considering going for it now and take that back, Preston. Every time it seems like we think they're going to go for it, they run that punt team out there.
And here's what it is. They're very hesitant to pull that offense off the field. You're down 31. They want to try to get something going, but the State College defense has been stifling for them, and they don't want to give that ball up at midfield. 2:25 on the clock. There's your snap. Punt underway. Fair catch called for and taken at the 28-yard line for State College. Jay-Sean Green pulls that one in. Now 2 minutes, 18 seconds in the third quarter, a 31-0 lead for State College. As the offense ready to come back out onto the field with quarterback Jack Morris, the 6'1 sophomore. Looking to get a little more experience under his belt. Coach Lintel giving Moore a seat on the bench. 2 big rushing touchdowns and a big passing touchdown from Moore. He really showed off today.
Oh, without a doubt. Really played well today, Moore, and now you got the backup quarterback in. See what Morris can do, and just look, he's a sophomore, probably the next in line after Moore graduates. So just try to get him some valuable reps against pretty good Cumberland Valley defense, regardless of what the scoreboard shows tonight.
Morris in the shotgun, gives it off to Green. Pushing towards the side and falling down for a gain of about 2. There's Nehemiah Howell, on the carry. Tried to get it around the outside, couldn't get the edge, and Howell's a little slow to get up. We'll take an official timeout here on the field. We'll take a break as well. 31-0, State College on top, 2 minutes and 2 seconds. This is State College football here on CNET. Powell able to get off on his feet under his own power. Clock is now rolling. Minute 59 as State College comes from the sideline huddle, trying to get the offense set up. 15 on the play clock. Morris takes the snap. Little play action option there and dives forward for a gain of about 2. It'll be about a 3rd and 7.
They got about a 3rd and 7, pretty manageable. So see if they let Morris, the sophomore, drop back and try to make a play right here. We'll see what they do. Obviously, still got 30 seconds on the play clock. Looking at the status of the game, maybe see State High kind of run that down all the way.
It's going to be 3rd and 8 from the 30-yard line. Minute 20 seconds here in the 3rd quarter, and Morris taking his time, getting a call from the sidelines. Green lined up on the near side as a receiver. You got Yoder at the top. Rolling to his right, now finding his man for the first down, stretching across, getting away, actually losing some yardage there. We'll see where they spot this. It'll be interesting. It's going to be a first down. They'll stop the clock. 54 seconds as they place this ball. Seems to be a little bit of a disagreement on where this ball's going to be spotted, but they're going to put it at the 40. It's a first down.
Yeah, it's going to be a first down. I think Science cost himself more yards than he gained by. It would have been much better by kind of just dropping down to a knee right there. And it looks like we're going to get a timeout called by State High.
Injury timeout again. Another player coming off under his own power. Looking at the hand there. And it looks like Knight.
Definitely not somebody if you're State High you want to lose for a long time.
And Knight coming off under his own power after making that catch. The big tight end has been a big part of this offensive scheme today. Clock now rolling once again. 52 seconds and counting. State High, no hurry to get this ball snapped as Morris comes all the way across. 10 seconds on the play clock. Morris now takes the snap. Handoff straight up the middle. A little bit of a gap there. A gain of about 6. Setting up a 2nd and 4.
Really nice job right there. That's just hard-nosed football right there. Win the battle at the line of scrimmage, get the head down, lower the shoulder, take a few hits, get a hard-fought 6 yards and stay ahead of the chains.
That's Drazen Green, the 5'9" senior.
This will probably be Preston, the last play of the quarter. About 22 on the play clock, 10 on the game clock, and really if you're State High, there's absolutely no reason to run a play, but they'll go to the line of scrimmage and probably try to at least go a hard count.
We'll see what happens here. 2 seconds now. They get the quick snap off. An option for Morris. He makes a move and gets away. Middle of the field in some daylight. Makes another guy miss. Brought down at the 38-yard line. And that will be the last play of the 3rd quarter. 1 play ahead of you, Jake. But
maybe we shouldn't have said anything. Smart play right there. I think they might have called Cumberland Valley kind of sleeping a little bit. Like, oh, they're just going to run the quarter out. Oh, they snapped the ball.
And once again, you see that quarterback option for State High. It doesn't matter if it's Conrad Moore or Jack Morris, chunking yards up the center of the field, getting big plays over and over. Ready to go into the 4th quarter, 3 quarters down. 31-0, State College leading over Cumberland Valley. We'll be right back here. You're watching State College football on CNET. Memorial Field, 31-0. State College with a healthy lead. They have the ball on their Eagles' 39-yard line. Ready to put a drive together, try to score once again. Backup quarterback Jack Morris in the shotgun. Sends Yoder in motion. A little miscommunication. That one gets by him. Morris falls back on that one. A big loss there, all the way back to their own 40-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and long.
Obviously, probably second-string players out there on the field are a group of guys that have not really, worked together a ton. And you saw that happen right there. Center just snapped it a little bit early, way before Morris was ready for it. And it's going to be second and 30. So a lot of yards to go, and obviously now you're just trying to chip away.
Looks like a false start there as well. You mentioned it, Jake, maybe some backup players in the game, just a little sloppiness here to open up the 4th quarter. 11 minutes, 28 seconds on that clock. It's still 31-0 State College, but we're looking now at a second in what could be 40, 35.
It's like 2nd and 35, Preston.
2nd and 35, clock is rolling. Morris in the shotgun, trips right, hands it off. Coming across a big hit at the sidelines, knocking him out of bounds, stopping the clock. Carry there by number 26, Matt Walt. Knocked out of bounds at the 36-yard line, so we're looking at 3rd and long.
3rd and 32, Preston. A lot of yards to go. Maybe they take a deep shot here.
Morris is back now, throwing across. He's got Green short. Stays in bounds, makes a man miss, and now ripped out of bounds at the 48-yard line. And the Eagles defense is going to force a punt due to a little bit of miscommunication and some sloppiness from State High, but Cumberland Valley's going to get this ball back, possibly in favorable field position. Knipe's going to go out there to punt, so the injury that he sustained on the last possession, nothing major, and Knipe's done a nice job of flipping the field so far for State College.
Yeah, glad to see Knipe back out there, and going to punt it from probably about the 35-yard line of State High, and really just going to try to pin him deep.
Gets that one away. This one's approaching the sidelines. That's going to be a short one. We'll see where they mark this one. All the way forward and at the 38-yard line. Not a great one there by Knipe. We've seen a couple of nice punts from him, but that one, stay short off the side of the foot, right out of bounds. And just like that, 11 minutes left here in this contest, 11 minutes, 5 seconds to be exact. You're down 31, but got an Eagles offense coming out in the field with a chance to put something together here at midfield.
Yeah, I mean, if you're the Eagles right now, you're just trying to get some confidence. Obviously, got a pretty long bus ride back, and obviously, would much rather be going back with a touchdown or 2 on the board than going home shut out.
Signs lines up in the shotgun, takes it and hands it off straight up the middle with Walker. Spinning his way for a gain of about 3. It'll be 2nd and 7, 10 minutes, 57 seconds, and counting.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you're State High, you have no issue if Cumberland Valley wants to come out here and just run the ball, continue to kill some clock, keep the clock rolling. Just, anything you can do right now to just, between now and the end of the game for State High, and just try to avoid, for both teams, really, any injuries at this point of the game.
3 receiver set once again, tight end to his left. Walker lining up behind Signs, drops back to pass. Looking to his right, connects on the flat, but then knocked away. Nice defense by State College. In and out of the hands, falling to the ground as Leo Vandervoort pulls that one away. It'll be 3rd and 8.
A nice shot there by Vandervoort to really get in there and break that one up. And that's a long throw, too, going across field from the near hash to the far side, and it's not enough mustard on that one to complete it. Now you have a 3rd and pretty long, 3rd and 8.
You said it, Jake. 3rd and 8, 3 receivers to the right. Here's Signs looking middle of the field, passes high, tipped away, and incomplete. Trying to connect there across the center of the field with J.D. Hunter, but just too high, and Signs can't connect.
Preston, you see both teams tonight struggle with that over the middle, up the seam pass, right? And it's fair to think, because you got quarterbacks probably who aren't standing at 6'5", like the Ben Roethlisbergers and the Carson Wentz's of the world. Guys closer to more like 6 foot. You got an offensive lineman, so you're kind of in a situation where you got to get it over the offensive line. You got to get over the outstretched arms of the defensive lineman, but you got to find a way to keep it short. And a lot of the quarterbacks have kind of struggled to, find that difference tonight. So You know, both teams have had a lot more success throwing the balls. That one's muffed to the sidelines than they have over the middle.
Well, you said it, Jake, that one muffed and falling right on top of it. They're going to mark this one right at the 30-yard line, but State College going to get the ball back here. 1st and 10 from the 30 with a 31-point lead. 10 minutes, 13 seconds remaining here in this contest as they set up these chains. And, you know, Jake, we've talked about it a little bit. There's a State College team that's played a lot better tonight than they looked last week. You know, you have to think maybe knocking a little bit of rust off. You're back home. You don't have to travel as far. And, you know, they really put together a solid first half. And you got to wonder what they're going to look to do here in this fourth quarter. They got that second string team in, but you don't want to lay down either. You're trying to go out there and compete.
Yeah, this is the drive right here where if you're State High, you're trying to look for, if you can get a 12-13 play, 8-9 minute drive, that's what they really want right there. You know, get some couple of running plays, some options, get 2-3 yards of play, and just find a way to convert third downs. And there's a chance that you don't get the ball back to Cumberland Valley for 7 or 8 minutes if all things go right for State High.
Oh, and really another chance to just kind of dig into the playbook a little bit. Mess around with some of these guys, see what they can find, and see what the offense can really do here late in this game. You've got a comfortable lead. You can take some risks.
But that's something also when you say dig into that playbook, you want to get these guys experience. You also want to be careful here. You don't know who's watching the film. You don't know what other scouts from other teams are here. At this point of the game, obviously, you want to run a very basic vanilla offense because you don't want to put any plays out there that you're saving for big spots in a situation like this. But still, you're getting these backups. You're getting these younger guys some experience. Run your offense. Run it the same way you've been running it all night and let them get more comfortable because you always talk about this late in games when you get the younger guys in. You go deeper into the depth chart in a blowout game like this. They're not in there just, obviously they're in there to protect the other guys from injuries. They're not in there just to run the clock out. They're in there to get valuable experience because you never know down the road, down the season, if you have the COVID pandemic, there could be injuries around playoff time, and you're relying on a sophomore or junior who didn't get a lot of playing time during the season to step up in a big moment. And it's moments like this, the last 9 minutes and 41 seconds of this game, Preston, where they're getting that valuable experience that could play dividends if they're in a big spot come playoff time.
Well, it's been a beautiful fall night here. Sitting in the 50s temperature-wise, but just clear skies and great weather for football as both teams come back after the Cumberland Valley timeout. 2nd and 6, 9 minutes and 41 seconds. Ball on State College 34-yard line. Snap back to Morris. They hand it off. Now coming up the middle, making a move and falling at the 40-yard line is Green. Run in here.
Cumberland Valley says the ball is out.
It's going to stay with State College.
Yeah. Could have been a big moment right there for Cumberland Valley, but State High, he would have pounced right back on that one. And now they got a first down. Not sure if it was going to be 3rd and short or a first down, but they're going to give it to them.
So 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line for State College. Lining up in the shotgun once again. Another handoff right up the middle. This time the defense not playing any games. Ripped to the ground in the backfield for a loss of about 2.
Yeah, good play right there by the Cumberland Valley defense. Just getting in there and making some plays.
It's Trayvon West with the carry, the 5'9 junior, getting some touches for the first time on this drive. Now State High, no particular hurry, 17 on the play clock, 8 minutes and 53 seconds left in this contest, still a 31-0 manageable lead. Talking it over in the backfield, there's Morris. He's got West to his left, 2 receivers at the top, 1 to his right. Dropping back the pass, settling in, looking across middle of the field, just nobody there. Morris takes a hit after the throw. Just off target once again, failing to connect on some of these deep balls has been a common trend so far tonight.
Yeah, not sure what happened there, Preston, with Morris. I mean, got hit as he threw. Might have been a miscommunication because you had the receiver kind of running more of like a shallow cross. He's looking deep over this middle, over the seam, and they were off page there. And as we said earlier in the season, you got the backups in. Not sure how much practice time, receiver, quarterback have had together, and that's a byproduct of that right there.
Stops the clock at 8 minutes and 35 seconds, and now a 3rd and 14 from the 36-yard line. Morris has it in his hands. A little check down the West in the flat, trying to make a few men miss. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage at the 40, but with a 4th and 10, they're going to send the punt unit out.
And if you're West, made the smart decision right there. Rather than just taking it out of bounds, he worked hard with his feet, stayed in bounds, got tackled there, let some more time run off the clock, and gets State High closer to the end of the game.
This time it's Spittler back to take the punt after Knipe sent that one off the side of his foot. They hopped back with Spindler. They've kind of shared the duty tonight. There's a snap, a little bit of trouble there, but he gets it off clean. This one's going to bounce at about the 38-yard line. He lets it go, and that's going to settle in nicely for State College. They're going to down this at about the 15-yard line. Nice punt there by Cumberland Valley. 7 minutes and 45 seconds, a 31-0 lead, but there is a flag way back at the 50-yard line. Let's see if this is going against State College or Cumberland Valley.
Yeah, it looks like they're setting up down around the 15-yard line right now, so whatever it is, you might see decline.
It's going to be a hold against Cumberland Valley on that return, so back that up from the 15.
Actually, that might be a holding on State High while they were blocking for the punter right there, so not sure if that's declined or whether that's going to be 10 yards from the spot. We'll have to see whether they mark this off from the 10-yard line.
Still waiting to see where they mark this off, and you're right, Jake, that's going to go against State High, trying to block for that punt. So this is going to go back up to the 20-yard line. So a little bit of room there for the Eagles as they set up this offense. 7 minutes and 45 seconds left in the contest. They're going to try to get something going here as Signs sets up in the shotgun. Signs sends Hunter in motion, now hands up straight up the middle, pounding it forward for a gain of about 6 once again on that first down carry by Walker.
It's a good first down carry right there by Walker, and obviously for Cumberland Valley, I've said it all night, but I mean it every time. You really just want to see them find a way to get down the field. Feel a lot better on that bus ride home if there's at least a 6 or a 7 on the scoreboard as opposed to a 0.
Signs sends Hunter in motion once again. This time keeps it for himself. Spinning at the 30. It's actually about the 27-yard line as they spin him back. Tackle made by Stone on the play. 6:54 and counting. Now a 3rd and 3 from the 26-yard line as Cumberland Valley looks to extend their drive.
Got a 3rd and 3 right here, so not, too bad of a play. The whole playbook's wide open. Maybe see, something quick to the sideline. You're on the near hash. Maybe look for the receiver down here on the near side for some form of just like quick hitch or a quick curl or something like that.
There's a handoff straight up the middle and just smacked down right at the line of scrimmage. Potentially a loss there, and 6:25 is going to be looking like another potential punt as the punt team comes out for the Eagles. A big stop there by that State College defense led by Zach Hayashni.
And we're going to get a punt right here. 6 minutes to play, 2 back for State High. Looks like well into their reserves now.
Clean snap. Spiraling kick coming at about the 45-yard line. It's taken clean for State High. Now rolling across here near sideline, trying to make a move and smacked down at about the 46. That's where things will start up for State College with 5:46 on the clock. Decent little return there.
Pretty good field position.
Finn Furmanek, sophomore wide receiver, and a little bit of special teams action as well. Gets himself down there, and 5:46 here as we continue to wind down from Memorial Field. A beautiful facility, multi-million-dollar project, Jake, that just reopened tonight. Obviously the home of State College for quite a long time, and we spoke with Coach Lintel kind of before the game. Just said it just feels like such a long time coming. They spent the whole year last year over at the high school. Finally, they get down here to the field, even after COVID, and they're just excited for these new traditions they can build here. And what a beautiful facility they've built.
Beautiful facility, multi-million-dollar facility, and it really looks really beautiful stadium. We talked about at the top of the broadcast. We hit on it a few more times. You just look around, the brick structure all around. I mean, the fans are loving it, the players are loving it, and they have been so excited for this moment. And between just not being able to play here last year, all the uncertainty of the last 6, 7, 8 months, just to be out here doing what these guys love for both teams is really just, you love to see it.
You know that they will be excited to pack these stands when they can. Plenty of seating room on both sides of the field, and they'll be ready when they can. But for now, they'll stick to just the parents, the essential family members, and keep the masks on, keep things safe. Now comes the offense now for State College. Snap taking, handoff now straight up the middle. Gain of about 8 there.
So we got a new quarterback in too. It looks like it's going to be Ian Brandt.
Third string quarterback now into the game.
And yeah, you see Brandon, it looks like just now, try to run some clock off, give him some, give the kids some experience now.
It'll be Brandt settling now back in. 5:20 and counting. Trying to set up the receivers. That's part of the problem, Jake. You get these younger guys in there, they don't have the chemistry. It takes a little while to set up these offense, but they've got the stacked receivers here on the near side. Kept again there, now pushing forward by Brandt. He'll fall across right at the marker. We'll see where they put him. Looks like it'll be enough for the first down.
One other thing we talked about, obviously about getting the young players in, getting them some experience. It is senior night. They are up by a lot, so you might see some of those seniors that maybe don't get a ton of playing time, Preston. Get out there, get some experience, because you know, for those kids that these are kids that are working hard on the practice field. These are the kids that run scout team and get the starters ready for games like this. Giving them these opportunities on senior night to kind of get out there and kind of just get the opportunity and rewarded for all their hard work. It's always a great opportunity to see some of those seniors who don't get to play a ton, but get moments like this on senior night.
Now under 4 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in this one as State College ready to take the snap. There's Brandt, he hands off across. Completely reversing field, needs a block and just cannot get it there as Trayvon West is slapped to the ground in the backfield. A loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. It's going to be second and long.
You saw the quarterback right there for State High, Ian Brandt. He was ready to lay out a block, and that play went off field.
Under 4 minutes of play here, 3 minutes 54 seconds as State High settles up to the ball once again. Brandt lining up in the shotgun, has 3 receivers, sends a man in motion. Takes that snap now right up the middle, a wide open hole, spinning and gaining his way to the 23-yard line. Another big gain for State College as they continue to get it going with these second, third string guys out there on the field. Now down to 3 minutes and 35 seconds. Clock rolling once again. That's Trayvon West.
And yeah, State College, obviously no particular hurry. They're getting to the line. They're getting up there. Taking a look at the defense. Cumberland Valley is rolling out there, putting in a play, and maybe give a chance for these younger guys, some of these guys that don't play a ton, to maybe find the end zone. It'll feel good for them.
Approaching the 3-minute mark here in this final quarter. State College with a solid 31-point lead and a handoff up the middle here as they continue to push forward down to the 17-yard line. And Jake, let's take a look ahead at these next few games for these teams. State College, they go to Carlisle next week, currently first in the Mid-Penn, but they pick up this much-needed first win, assuming all things go as expected in the next 2 minutes here. But I mean, getting this win at home is big, but now you go on the road to one of the better teams in your conference, and in a shortened season, those games matter a lot in terms of standings and potential playoff seedings.
Absolutely, and Carlisle is going to be a tough opponent for them, and they're going to take that, a long bus ride down, and obviously they're going to feel good. It's going to be a good week of practice, but we talked about it. There were a lot of missed opportunities. When you play the best team in this Mid-Penn Conference, Preston, you can't get away with those missed opportunities. There's a nice defensive play right there. A flag is going to come in late, but you got to find a way to convert, and I think that's going to be what Lintel stresses to his team tonight. Great win. Enjoy it. Be back out here Monday. We got to clean some things up, because you clean some things up, they have a chance to be a team that will compete for the Mid-Penn, maybe make a little playoff run in the PIAA playoffs.
Holding against State College as this one's going to get knocked back 10 yards. 2 minutes and 16 seconds on the clock, and it takes a second and what could have been about 4 to probably a second and long. Definitely a second and long. We'll see here. It looks like about a second and 16, 17, if my math adds up, Jake. I am a comm major, so that's a little hard. Second and 19. There we go. 2 minutes and counting now as the offense sets up. But you look at what Cumberland Valley has coming up. They play next week. Also on the road, they go to Bishop McDevitt, another tough opponent, and they dropped to 1-2 here on the season as State College gaining 1 or 2 yards back from that penalty, now down to a minute 45 remaining. They didn't look great tonight. The offense really struggled to get together. The penalties were tough, and I get it, you have an intern head coach coming in, but you got to play smarter. You can't kill yourself that way, and the offense just needs to step up a little bit. Too many mistakes.
I mean, yeah, the penalties obviously weren't great, but ultimately State High was the better team on the field tonight, and that was obvious from, literally the first snap of the game. Literally when Moore takes that for a touchdown. But, State High dominated the line of scrimmage. They dominated the explosive play battle. They won the penalty battle. And look at the scoreboard, it's 31-0. So I just think, Cumberland Valley came in here, tried to make this a close game. That one, little miscommunication right there.
3rd and 19, a throwaway by Brandt. Couldn't really find his receiver. Now 4th and 19, a minute and 4 seconds left. The clock stops on the incompletion. And you have to think the offense just stays out there. You're kind of out of field goal range. You're kind of too close for a punting range. And
could be a pooch punt, maybe? You see another one of those?
We have seen one pooch punt tonight. We'll see what happens. You don't have Moore in there. Moore on the punting depth chart was able to pull off the pooch. But see what comes from this one. If you get one more play out and let the Cumberland Valley offense come back out one last time. Minute and 4 seconds now as Brandt settles into the shotgun. Takes that snap, pressure immediately, but he gets his man down on the flat. Big hit staying in bounds, but falling well short there as Carson Franks. It's actually Nick Lighting, excuse me. And that's going to be a turnover on downs. 55 seconds to bring the Eagle offense out one last time and see what they can put together. And, it's not too late for them to find a way to put something up on the board. Signs comes out, makes a connection. Maybe they pull a big play for themselves and get on the bus a little happier than what they would.
I mean, yeah, 2 things. First of all, Brandt, obviously, on 4th and 19, you're not going to convert that play. But it's something that makes you feel a little bit good. If I'm Brandt, I recognize the blitz. I get the throw out there on the flat. And if it's 1st and 10 or it's 3rd and short, you convert that. Second thing right here. State High isn't just going to give up any big plays here. They have a lot of pride riding on this play as they go deep right here.
And there's a big play that they do give up, Jake, is Signs through the air, connects with Huffman right down the center of the field. No one on him. That's a big gain, and just like that, 48 seconds, clock stopped as they placed the ball. They placed that at the State College 40-yard line, and like I said, Signs, they want to take some shots here. Let's see what they can do.
And State High wants this shutout. They're working hard for this right now. This will be a huge win for the defense. They can find a way to keep a 0 on the board.
Signs in the shotgun. That one errant, and he's going to have to slide on that one. Not what you want to see. 33 seconds. Clock continues to run. They fall all the way back to their own 48-yard line. That's going to make this a 2nd and long.
Could be a couple shots.
2nd and 32. 20 seconds. No hurry to get up on top of the ball, and maybe the last play we see in this one.
Yeah, I think you might see the coaching staff saying, you know what, let's not push it, and I think that's going to be it, Preston.
10 seconds and ticking, and the Eagles offense walked off the field. A nice final attack there by Signs, but the State College Little Lions, they were not so little tonight. 31-0, your final score. They were too tough for this Eagles team to get on top of. And the first game at the newly renovated Memorial Field, chalking in as a big win for this State College team.
Yeah, good win tonight for State College. They came out there and they dominated from the jump. They won this game. They controlled this game from the start. Obviously, interested to see after the game what time of possession looks like, but in terms of all the little battles you preach throughout the week, time of possession, turnover battle, explosive play battle, State High won all those tonight. They win the game 31-0, and they're going to go home happy.
Once again, final score 31-0. We'll step away for a quick break. Your post-game recap coming up in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here on CNET. Back here at Memorial Field, 31-0 your final. State College gets the big win tonight. Once again, Preston, Shoemaker, Jake Starr beside me. And Jake, a couple players of the game that you want to look at. State College obviously had the big one. Who do you think pulled out the most for them tonight?
I'm looking at Knipe, and I'm looking at Moore. Knipe was all over the place tonight. He dominated offensively, defensively, had a couple really good punts on special teams. He was all over the place tonight. Moore opened the game up, as we said at the end of the broadcast, with the long 66-yard touchdown run. The game was over at that point. State College really set the tone, and Moore's a big reason why for that.
You talked about the pregame. The State College rush defense had to improve from what they did last week. You really saw that improvement this week. Sets them up well for the future.
It was night and day for the State College rush defense between last week and this week. Last week, over 300 yards. Tonight, we don't have the exact numbers in front of us yet, but it's definitely less than 100 yards for Little Lions defense tonight. And talked about the Penn State Nittany Lions. They're the wild dogs. Tonight, the Little Dogs really dominated defensively.
Well, there you go. And to get that first win under the belt, so important as you go on the road next week to first place Carlisle in that Mid-Penn Conference. We talked about the shortened season makes these games even more important. So as they go on the road, tough opponent next week, but they got the win. They got the home opener under their belt. They got senior night down, and now they can move forward and try to improve. Yeah,
definitely try to improve. And I think the thing that Lintel is going to tell his squad tonight, good win, but we can be better. And I think that's something you can feel good about. Came out tonight, you're state high, you put up 31 points, but you know you can be better. Honestly, a couple plays away from this being a 45-0 game or even more. So you go back, you watch the film, you see some of those missed opportunities, you come back out next week against Carlisle, you convert on some of those opportunities, and you have a chance to take down the top team in the conference. If you're Cumberland Valley, Bishop McDevitt coming up next week, where do you start in practice this week? It was kind of rough on both sides of the ball, but the penalties really ate them alive. I mean, it's going to be tough. You don't know exactly where to start, but you said the penalties, just discipline as a whole. They had at least 3 or 4 drives tonight where they got backed up by just some penalties, a couple unnecessary roughnesses, some unsportsmanlike conduct. So that's going to be a thing, and just trying to find a way to create a rhythm on offense. Obviously, a lot of credit goes to State High for playing well defensively, just finding a way on first down to get ahead of the chains, get some 4 or 5 yard runs, make second and third down a lot easier. Too many third and longs tonight for Cumberland Valley. That needs to be better next week if they want to have a chance to beat Bishop McDevitt. Well, that'll do it for our broadcast tonight from Memorial Field. A special thanks to our producer, Matt Burns, and all of our production crew here with CNET. And for Jake Starr, I'm Preston Shoemaker signing off for CNET. 31-0, your final score. The Little Lions get their first win at Memorial Field. Have a great night. Thanks for tuning in.